right? Let's all go watch Terminator. Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us. We are in episode 2 of Journey Punk's Vampire the Masquerade full chronicle. Sorry, 2 different vampire words. Full chronicle titled Vamp Camp. I am the storyteller and also showrunner for Journey Punks, Gierhart. And let's go around and do some introductions, starting with Kuhnoodle.
Hi, I'm Anna, also known as Kuhnoodle. I play Marceline. And I'm here on Journey Punks. Yay!
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 Yay! And Marceline was a character from the previous Journey Punks Vampire mini chronicle, and it's called Blood Polka. So go check that out if you haven't already. And moving forward is Evie.
Hi, my name is Evie, and I will be playing Miss Calista Vile. Anything else will be revealed further in the chronicle.
Yes, so stay tuned. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be fun. All right, thank you, Evie. And moving forward, Clark.
Hello, I am Clark, and I am playing Aaron Achilles. And yay!
Yay!
Yay! Happy to have you here, Clark. All right, moving forward, we have Rady.
Hi, I'm Lizzy, Radiator Burn. I'm playing Daisy, and the right side of my headphones don't work.
Oh no.
It's upsetting.
Which
okay.
side am I in?
Everyone's in
There,
this
okay,
side.
everyone's in there.
Yeah, just you, Jay, yeah.
Just me is in the right. She doesn't hear me. Okay.
Everyone else, no. I don't hear them at all.
And also, Daisy is your character name.
Yes.
As your player name, which do you want us to refer you to as?
I'm
Radiator?
fine with either.
Okay.
I waver.
Okay, cool. Lizzy or Radiator Burn, Rady. Cool. Awesome. And last but not least, Jay.
Hey, I'm Jay, also known as Jay on Twitch. I don't think I have a name. Anyway, I'm playing Chaz, Darling, in Vampire the Masquerade, making his triumphant return from episode 1.
Awesome. Okay, so
We will never get used to doing these.
yeah.
No. I did a D&D campaign for about 2 years, and it was about like this. Still,
We sounded exactly like this, except we got to end that we were pirates at the end.
That's right. Yeah, there's a Yarg
Yeah.
at the end. Yeah, go check out Best Friend Squad campaign, everybody, if you haven't already. It's on Journey Punks as well. It's a very long. It's for like 40 some episodes. But hey, we're here.
You've got the time.
We got the time. Yeah. So yeah, this is Vamp Camp. To give you some context, what happened last time, and please go listen and or watch it if you haven't already. It is because I'm not going to give you too much of a recap, but yeah. So basically, we are in Chicago, Illinois, in the vampire world and the world of darkness, of course, and we are. It's in the summer of 2023. And we are centered around our characters here who are all working for the startup company NightTrap. It is a startup well-funded in downtown Chicago in the John Hancock building. A whole floor is dedicated to this company. NightTrap does online publications, a lot of... I think like BuzzFeed, but really it's all centered towards the world of darkness, but it's done tongue-in-cheek. Like, remember those Bat Boy news stands that you would see in the grocery store? So it could be true, it could be not, who knows? But it's fun. There's lots of cool quizzes to see like what kind of like, Addams Family character you are. What, like you get to see, who would be your boyfriend or girlfriend in The Mummy, and fun stuff like that. So it's very edutainment and possibly revealing some real world news, but we'll find out about that soon. It's run by a very quirky, weird guy named Alexander Locke, a.k.a. A-Lock. He seems to be Eastern European, but he has not revealed that yet. He says he's way younger than what he seems to be. But he's also very generous, at least what it seems like that. Seems like that, at least right now. We've gone around the company, and for context for everybody, let's go around, and I forgot to ask all of you to say this. If we could say what your character does at NightTrap, like what's her job, that would be great. Let's start with Marceline. What's your job, Marceline, at NightTrap?
Social media. And I also make the fun, quote unquote, BuzzFeed quizzes.
NightTrap quizzes.
Yeah. And then I will be right back. My dog is knocking at my door.
Oh, yeah. Knock, knock.
He bosses me around.
Nice. Thanks, Marceline. And Calista, what's Calista's position at NightTrap?
So Miss Calista is the logistics manager at NightTrap. She used to be in physical distribution. She is now instead moving towards digital, but she is also still very friendly with the people down in logistics.
Yes, very high up in the corporate ladder, that Calista. Very, very professional. Very qualified. Probably more qualified than A-Lock. All right. Thanks, Calista. And Aaron, what does Aaron do at NightTrap?
Aaron runs all things podcasts and edits the podcast for NightTrap.
Nice. Hip young podcaster.
The face of NightTrap.
The face, yeah.
The voice.
And the
vocal cords.
And the voice, yes. The vocal cords. Mm-hmm. Yeah, lives rent-free in everybody's heads, that Aaron voice. All right. And Daisy, what does Daisy do at NightTrap?
Journalist/writer.
Nice. Yeah, I got to tell that story in words, written words. Awesome. And Chaz, what does Chaz do at NightTrap?
Chaz
LSE.
Is an ex-PhD student who now sees himself in the R&D department of NightTrap. He does research and development. So, like, this is what you not getting a PhD gets you.
So get that PhD, everybody.
Get that PhD, and then maybe you can do something else at Night Watch. That's still an R&D.
NightTrap. Night Watch could be something else.
It's very funny to me that, like, you could have a doctorate and still have this job.
I've met people like that.
I dated someone who had like a pretty high degree in psychology and was a server at Blue Door. So, like, yeah, it happens.
Yep, it happens. Anyway, maybe being a vampire is better life. Who knows? Let's see. Anyway, so here we go. Imagine like there's a black screen, and then there's credits that appear, fade in. It says Journey Punks Vamp Camp episode 2, and then we fade in, and we see the city skyline of London. And then you see the subtitle say August 2022. And we cut back into one of the high rises that are in downtown London. The camera zooms into a floor that's roughly around 40 feet, the 40th floor of a very matte black building in London. And inside there is a locker room with many cabinets with tight locks all fused into them. And we see Chaz, and Chaz is checking his guns in his gun holster. And around the corner walks Johnny from Bloodpool. Johnny, if you don't know, a very handsome guy. He's around 6 foot tall. He's got fluffy black hair, and he looks at Chaz, and he goes, "Dude, I just want to say that, like, I'm like super psyched that like we get to like pretend that we're like super duper smart at like PhD programs in Chicago. It's gonna be cool." And meanwhile, he's unloading his shotgun into empty shells. I like totally blew like 18 shells in a vampire's face tonight. It was so bloody. I had to take 2 baths afterwards to get all that blood off me. How was your night?
That was upsetting. I was mainly helping you get the blood off you. Remember, call me Charles.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of a cover. Yeah.
Charles, got it right. Yeah, you just keep calling me Johnny.
Okay. Johnny.
What's wrong? You seem irritated.
I don't know. It's a bunch of vampire killing, and I'll give you this, it's thrilling. Like, don't get me wrong, but like you still see the life leave them. You still I know they're monsters, but like they're still like living's not the right word. There's got humanity, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Does it bother you after you've seen them eat 5 babies in front of you? Because I've seen that, and I gotta tell you, once I blow away that vampire, I don't feel bad because they ate babies, you know.
Well, I'm sure that happens.
Sorry, not eat them, drain them. They drain those babies' blood, and I'm
maybe,
like, hey, I like those babies, and then I kill the vampire, and I don't feel so bad about it anymore.
I bet. I'm sure that happens, and I'm not doubting that you saw that happen, but hashtag not all vampires, and also I'm trying to formulate something. I'm taking this PhD program seriously, by the way. Are you not?
Hold on. It's a cover. I don't know if I need to remind you, but it's like.
I guess I got into it. I'm sorry.
It's a cover. Like, we're not actually PhD students, Chaz. Like, we're going undercover to infiltrate the underworld in Chicago. Like, we're not actually PhD students. We're just acting like it's pretend.
It is an elaborate cover. Yes, it is. It's so elaborate. We got into a grad school, got our masters, did some like field work, and then got accepted into a PhD program. You have to admit, this is an intense cover. And I don't know, I find it hard that
Here's your shotgun. I loaded it for you. Keep talking. I'm just running out of your shotgun.
Yeah, so just I find it hard that you just didn't like I'm righty. What am I doing? That you haven't like taken just a little bit of anthropology in, right? Like the study of different cultures.
I like read the Wikipedia page, and I thought that was like enough. Okay, I'm just gonna cut to chase.
Yeah, man.
Because you're my partner, you're my best bro. Like we do everything together. We like go through thick and thin. I mean, London's been crazy. The past summer here has been like awesome. I love tea now. And like
I've always loved tea.
I got to visit Big Ben, which I've wanted to visit ever since I seen Hook, the movie.
That's why.
What I'm trying to say is I've had a great time traveling the world with you. But like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sensing that like there's some second thoughts about you being in the Second Inquisition. And I'm cool with that, but I just want to. They're always listening, dude. They're always listening, and if like you have some second thoughts, bro, like I want you to be careful because like they scare me more than vampires do.
All I was trying to say is it weighs on me doing that. Just like it would like if I were hunting deer, I guess.
What about that time they killed your parents? The vampires that killed.
I mean,
parents.
I've been in my therapy my whole life, so like, yeah, of course, that were a few vampires. Was it all of vampire dumb that killed my parents? No, those vampires. I can separate those few from the many. Right. And I know that the world that we live in isn't accommodating to anything other than able-bodied human beings, you know? And so we've kind of given them this impossible scenario to where we can't even like communicate with each other. We have to pretend they don't exist.
So what do you want to do about it? Do you still want to go to Chicago with me and kill vampires? Pretend we're smart?
I want to be smart. Finger guns. As opposed
oh, what?
to...
Sorry, I used it with my real gun. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You have... We really need to talk about your trigger discipline. You're
Hey,
just like
when
pointing guns at things and everything.
Yeah, but you see me on a field, dude. I fucking like John Wick. I just like mow him down.
Can't wait for that next movie to come out. Yeah,
It's
you do.
not coming out till next year, dude. It was supposed to come out the same day as Matrix 4, but they decided Keanu versus Keanu was not the thing to do. Like, they would just obliterate each other. So, here is... I took the liberty of printing out your boarding pass for Chicago.
Thank you.
There you go. We're going to be roommates, and my office is going to be right next to you. We're going to Columbia University. I've heard that's not a great school, but I'm excited.
Why do people say it's not a great school?
I don't know. I chose it, and everybody keeps telling me that's not a great school. Sorry, they tell me here. They're like, oh, that's not a very good school. You want to go to Cambridge? Or I'm like, Cambridge is here, not in Chicago. Like, you want to go to University of Chicago? And I'm like, well, whatever. It's downtown. We'll be on the loop. So anyway, what I wanted to tell you...
Massachusetts, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Oh no, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I wasn't listening, Chaz.
Yeah.
Charles. Sorry, I forgot you're covered.
Thanks, Johnny.
Is that just the same name as Chaz? It's like saying Dan and Daniel. Like, isn't that the same?
It's like John and Johnny or Jack. How'd you get Jack from that? When did that start?
Well, have you ever read The Importance of Being Earnest or seen it? Like Jack, his short. Anyway, it's the same name. My point is that
bun buried all over that hill, if you know what I mean.
I like the reference.
Yeah, thank you.
My point is I'm concerned. I'm gonna keep killing vampires, but if you want to be smart, I support that as your partner, and what I'm asking you to do in your journey to become more smart and possibly ride this cover, which is dangerous, I'll say.
Yeah, that it is.
Be careful. I know you can handle yourself with vampires, but the Second Inquisition... I mean, I heard they sent another guy out recently. His name was Joey. And Joey is like... He's like the most determined hunter I've ever met in my life. Like,
Joey badass.
He's not even going over a different... He's not even going over, like, a different cover. Like, he's just going in as Joey. And, like... Joey Giordano.
Awesome.
He's using his Italian last name. Like... It's like, Joey, you're really obvious.
But, okay, just hypothetically, say we have to go in undercover and say the Bronx. How would you say, like, approach Joey in the Bronx?
How would I...
Like, what was the voice you would use?
What's the voice that you would use? I've already done 2 voices so far.
I consider you a mentor. That's why I'm asking.
Okay,
like, you're my partner, but you're also my mentor. So, like, how would you say, like... Say you're knee deep in like Bronx Italian Joey.
Bronx Italian. Okay, so I would. Okay, so here I would go up to Joey. And I would be like, "Hey, Joey, did you get a slice of pizza? We're in the Bronx. Did you unclog that sink, please? Would you go to my grandmother's house and make sure that there's no other vampires there slacking on her rocking a chair?"
This is good stuff. Thank
you. That good enough? Is that a good mentor?
And how would you do it in Chicago, since we're going there?
Da Bears. We cut back to Chaz's face. The camera is like extreme close up on one of Chaz's eyeballs. Like extreme close up on his eyeballs, and it slowly pans out. It slowly zooms out, slowly, keep going, it zooms out, and this was all happening in one of Chaz's memories. And beside Chaz is Daisy. And Daisy, you notice how Chaz has his hands on his head in the office. This is after Alok told you all to get your bags packed for Vamp Camp, and you look at him and he seems sweaty. He seems worried, eyes bulging out of his head, metaphorically. And Chaz, you notice Daisy staring at you and really seeming concerned about you.
Are you doing okay? Are you gonna have a heart attack?
Oh my god. Oh.
Are you gonna lose it?
No,
Is it because of Alok?
Daisy, I appreciate your concern. I'm gonna be fine. I just kind of lost in thought for a second.
I mean, that was a pretty intense. I thought you were dying.
You don't have those moments where you just get lost in thought and you just kind of, not a daydream, but like you're not awake either.
Oh no, yeah, no, I get those. It's just that like I swore your eyes were about to pop out of your head, you know, and you were holding your head. And you're really, really pale and you seem kind of cold. Well, I don't know.
Joey appears right beside you. It appears. Doesn't you don't see him walk. He just appears at you, and Joey's pretty short. He's like 5'2", and he looks at both of you, and he has stacks of cash with him. And he goes, "Hi, I'm here to give you all your travel voucher money that
You're
Alok."
describing my Italian brother named Joey. Except he's like 5'7".
Marceline, you have an Italian brother named Joey. Here, Marceline, take this money. It's $5,000. Alexander Locke wanted me to give it to everybody. Here's $5,000 for you. Daisy, here's $5,000 for you. Chaz, $5K. Aaron, here's your $5,000. Do you all know where Calista is? Is she in her office?
She's almost too important for us, I think. Yeah, she's like over there.
Yeah, I don't keep tabs on her.
Yeah.
She actually is more important than all of you, though?
She like, it's almost like she's in a different time zone. That's all we'll say. Yeah, it's...
I feel like that's supposed to hint at something, and I'm not
It's a different department, that's it.
Yeah.
It's just a different department.
Yeah. You know she's more important than us because she probably gets paid more than us.
Yeah. But also, you know, her office is made of glass, so you could just go and look through the glass.
Okay, I'll go look right now.
And you know what they say about glass offices?
What did they say? What did they say?
Well, I was asking.
I don't know what they say. That's why I'm asking you. What did they say?
She's in a glass office.
Joey, I will give you $2,000 of my own money here from what I was given to remove the stick out of your ass.
There's no stick in my ass. I'm going to go look for Calista.
Joey.
Keep your money. Keep your money. Also, Alexander Locke told me to tell you all to have a beer immediately. The
Joey,
tap is
you
on
should
my
have
left.
a beer.
I'll have a beer later.
Joe, you should totally have a beer.
I'm going to see Miss Calista. Miss
Joey,
Calista.
When you're
Miss
done,
Calista.
come back.
So he walks off. It's very quick, like very
maybe
like
a Capri Sun.
So he walks over to Calista and he knocks on the glass door.
Calista is in the process of removing the locket that Alok gave her from the safe. So she puts it kind of around her neck and then closes her safe and then walks up to the door of the office and basically goes, "Yes? Oh, Joey! Did you miss me already? We had such a lovely chat."
When did we have this chat, Miss Calista?
Oh, that's not important. What do you want?
I'm here to give you $10,000.
All right.
In cash. It's from
No
Alexander.
questions asked? Thank you.
It's from Alexander Locke. It's for travel expenses to get up to Longfellow, Wisconsin, where the camp is.
I deeply appreciate that. Please thank Mr. Locke on my behalf. Now, is there anything else, Joey?
Yes. Also, he wants you all downstairs within less than 2 hours. There's a party bus that's taking his best friends, as he said, that's within the office. Even though 50 of us are all going to Vamp Camp. And he wants you and Marceline and Aaron and Daisy and Chaz, along with a few others, to be in the party bus at the front of the doors of the building in less than 2 hours. Actually, yeah, in about 80 minutes.
Will you be there with us?
I can tell you that later. Goodbye. I have to go to the bathroom. And he immediately walks away really quickly.
Does he actually go inside the bathroom?
He goes to the elevator, actually. And then Aaron, Marceline, Daisy, Chaz. Right now, in Calista, right now the office is seemingly empty. You know, a.k.a. is nearby, still on the same floor. But the rest of the employees have all gone to pack their bags for the camp. And you, Marceline, Daisy, Chaz, Aaron, you notice that Calista is outside of her office holding a giant stack of cash. That's around $10,000.
Oh shit.
She like kind of puts it,
stuffs it in.
Okay.
and she kind of she winks at the crew and she goes off to the elevator as well, seemingly to go after Joey, but instead she heads down directly to the logistics department.
Wonder if she.
So to the logistics department, do you want?
Yeah.
Okay, so logistics department would be on the same floor as NightTrap because it's all one floor. Do you want? To
Go down
to
to. I basically want to see Tony and Miranda before I go.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
So you go and talk to them. So you go down to their office. They're inside. The door is closed, but you can see that they're talking inside. What do you do?
Knock,
Like
knock.
there's a window door. And they look at you and they go,
So rude.
for
Is
those
there
of you that are listening, there's silent chatter between the two characters in the office, and they seem very frustrated. I forgot, this is also a podcast, not just a YouTube channel. But yeah, so the ones that are listening to the podcast, so the two characters inside the office, they're seeming like they're kind of arguing and holding back from more anger that's pent up and shooing away Calista. So Calista, what do you do?
Is there anyone else in the office with them?
So A-Lot comes up around the corner, and he sees you and he goes, "Oh, Calista, how are you? Aren't you supposed to get ready? Did you get all my money I sent to you?"
Oh, A-Log! Thank you so much for that sweet gift. How nice of you. Shouldn't you be getting ready? I mean, you are the main attraction.
Oh, yeah, I got everything ready. All my bags are packed. They're in the party bus downstairs. Lots of kegs, lots of different beers, and some drugs if anybody wants any. I'm not gonna pressure any drugs though. And very professional drugs though. And no, I'm ready. I just took a shower in my office. That little shower that's in there, and no, I'm all good. I'm fresh. So I really want us all to get there, like plenty in time before the sun rises so we can, get some rest, because I'm just not a morning person at all. I like to sleep during the day.
It seems that you have thought all of this through. Thank you, A-Log. I just needed to speak to Tony for a second.
So, A-Log, goes from his very casual demeanor and he steps right in front of the door. He goes, Calista. We shouldn't be bothering him right now. We should go get ready for the awesome camp. I called it Vamp Camp, by the way. I think it rhymes and it's so funny because like sometimes we tell stories about vampires and it's so funny, especially like that one movie about Nicolas Cage and he's a vampire. So like that's where I got the
go off
idea.
to the side. Can I still see what Tony and Miranda's doing?
No, and he puts his head right in front of you and looks like, oh, what do you do? Calista, it's a fun game. I'm like a mirror to you.
I reach inside my pocket and I pull out my special little Swiss Army knife.
Well,
it has it has the name, like my name, Vile, engraved on the handle. And it's just like, it's just not really working as it's supposed to right now. So I'm hoping that Tony can kind of have a look at it before we go off.
I could fix it though for you.
No,
I can't. You're talking like me now. No, I can too. You kind of sound like me the way I talk from where I'm from, which is Ohio. Everybody sounds like me there. And no, I can actually help you. Tony can't help you. I can help you with that.
It's a Dayton accent. Yeah.
It's like, hey, Locke. We will be gone for quite some time.
Yeah.
Tony and I are dear friends, and I just wanted to have a little chat with him. Make sure that he's okay before I leave, since we'll be uncommunicative during that time as you're taking away our phones.
So this is a storyteller speaking right now. So Calista, what I'll say is to try to get around Alok, because he seems very persistent and keeping you from entering that office. I'm gonna ask you to do a check for me. And what this check will be is I'm gonna ask you to use at least persuasion and one other skill of your choice that's within reason. And I'm gonna ask you for 3 successes.
Yeah.
That's the difficulty for it. And yeah, you can add your dice pool per persuasion and one other. Just let me know which one you're gonna go with.
Wits. Does it call for a witty response?
It could definitely be a benefit.
Cool. And I would like to rouse my blood to temporarily boost my wits.
Okay.
If that is okay.
Yeah, that's definitely okay.
Yep, that's a success. I don't get hungrier.
All right. So Alok looks at you and goes, Calista, you're so persuasive. Okay. Maybe it won't be so bad for you to just, pop in. Just make sure to tell them that, like, I tried to stop you,
Thank you, Alok.
Even though I'm their boss,
I really appreciate that. You're
want them
so
to
considerate.
I want them to be my friends still. Okay, could you please do that for me, please, so that way they don't get mad at me, please?
Of course.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'd do anything for you.
So I'm gonna open up the door for you. It's like, no, Calista, and he starts to open the door. No, please don't. I'm trying to stop you. Please don't go in. Like you're so persuasive and very nice. Okay. Oh no. Oh, whoops. I cannot stop Calista. She's the unstoppable force. Okay, bye.
I basically go in. And I close the door behind me, shutting the door.
And he immediately walks super fast away because he's afraid of making anybody upset with him. And you were inside the office.
Yeah.
And you still have your Swiss Army knife out in your hand, right?
I would have retracted the blade, but it's still with me. Like I still have it in my hands.
So the two of them they were just arguing, and they look at you, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing inside here? We told you to go away." Hello, Calista.
I would like to wait, are they Dash, I'm going to DM you something.
Yeah, sure. By the way, if I'm being nasty, it's in character. I apologize. Not me. Sorry, no, it's the characters are being dicks. Okay, saw you just sent me. Do. Oh yes, you are correct.
So I go up to who was it that told me to get lost?
1 second. That would be. Hold please. While I'm doing this, cut back while there's fire between everybody, the confrontation. So cut while I have to look up this note that I need. Cut back over to Daisy, Chaz, Aaron, Marceline having beers.
Gonna be real honest, guys. I don't think I've ever had this much money in physical form in front of me. Now look at it. I can like smack my face and it kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also because Joey said this money was for transportation, but Alok's giving us a party bus.
Yeah.
I don't get it because they didn't make the sound appealing yet. Why are we still going?
Yeah, because like a Greyhound would be like what, $75 for each of us.
Yeah.
We have 5. This is so many Greyhound buses.
Oh,
I
You
could
think
probably
they're
bring-
bribing us?
Guys, I think we're gonna die there. I think this is hush money. I think this is the last time in this office.
Oh my god, I think you might be right. I shouldn't have taken this job. It might be okay. He
Chaz-
calls us his best friends.
Chaz is just counting his money. Yeah, I'm not that worried about it. Dying, I mean, it's what did Gandalf say again? It's just another journey, death.
Yeah,
some
but also Gandalf gets to come back to life as a greater wizard when he dies. So
Oh yeah, that's
you
right.
know?
That's right. Forgot.
Maybe we'll come back as greater lizards.
Greater lizards,
greater
man.
lizards
That would
Greater
be
li-
pretty
I
fun.
raise a glass. Greater lizards
to the Komodo dragon.
to the Komodo dragons. You're all my best friends now.
Best friends. I'm happy to die to summer camp with you.
Wow, it's like we're a best friend squad.
Yeah, I'd say exactly.
Wow.
We're the best friend squad.
Kind of like a squad of best friends
Yeah.
for sure.
I would maybe away from the lake.
The lake?
Why
We're
do you
gonna-
not know how to swim?
It's just smelly, you
Mm.
know.
Pollution.
Pollution on a lake. It's so bright out. And like it reflects and everything. If you go out on there, then there's like no coming back and everything. Mosquitoes,
They just suck the blood.
bloodsuckers. Yeah, you hate those bloodsuckers. And bears. I think there's a bear.
Bears, oh my.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh.
No lions or tigers, but bears.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Outside, you
Mhm.
hear a "Ow!" coming from the streets. You suspect.
On like the 70th floor?
One more
That
time,
really carries.
and it's carrying all the way up. Ow!
Yeah, there's like
there-
a.
Is there a dog place in this building?
Is
Cut
there a
back
dog
to-
attached to a hot air
There
balloon?
might-
Cut back to the office with Calista, Tony, and Miranda, and Tony's looking directly at Calista and be like, I thought I told you to not come in my office without permission.
No, you never said that.
And he looks at Miranda, and Miranda's like, yeah, but it's like implied.
I would like to step up directly to Tony to the point where I'm almost nose to nose with him.
Oh, you're gonna like rub my nose? You want me? Fine, I'll do that. Do you want to rub noses?
And I would like. I don't want to hurt him for once. So, would I be able to do an insight check to see what is wrong with him?
Right.
Because
Yes.
this is very out of out of the ordinary.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they have a good relationship with Calista, and this is very strange. So yes, please, the insight check. And for this, I'm gonna ask you to give me 3 successes for it.
Yep. Would I be able to use wits again?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm going to burn a willpower to reroll.
Go for it.
So that's 4 successes.
Alrighty. So you suspect, or you can tell from your insight check, that they've been drugged. They've been drugged, but you can't tell what drug it is. There's been something that is in their blood. You can sense it. You can smell it. Something has been injected into them. Some sort of chemical. It's no drug that you know of that's normal. It's not meth, it's not cocaine, it's not, any kind of normal, bad street drug that's intense. But someone has, not the good ones, yeah.
Not the good
So,
ones.
they've been injected and drugged up. They are not themselves. And Miranda just looks at you and like, are you like smelling him? Like, what are you doing, Calista?
So as just player talking,
Yeah.
like I care deeply for the safety of my ghouls. So I am a little hesitant to try anything forceful on them. But I'm going to turn to Miranda and basically say like, is it okay if Tony and I have a moment to chat in private?
Yeah, I guess I'll like go to the bathroom or something. I'll go get ready for that camp party. Fine.
Thank you, Miranda.
All right, bye. God. And she slams the door. And Tony's in there. He's like,
I'd like to roll down that little shutter thing you get in like offices with the windows and basically make sure, yep. And there's no surveillance inside the room, is there?
there's not surveillance.
So, is there surveillance? Is what I'm trying to.
Do you want to do a check?
Yes.
Yes, you can do a check. For that, insight, and I recommend technology. And I'm gonna need, for this one though, I'm gonna need 4 successes to really see if there's any bugs.
That's not happening. No. 1 success.
Do you want to use willpower?
No, I only have a total of 4 dice. It's not possible, I think,
So
unless I get a critical.
There could be cameras or mics, there could not be, but there's no telling if there's not.
Yeah.
In this
All
office. Right. So Tony looks at you, is like, look, okay.
I'm going to use Mesmerize.
Okay. Can you explain to us in the audience what that does?
So it is, as long as I have the victim's eye contact, I could basically just override their thoughts and issue a complex action. And well, because there's no check is needed for an unsuspecting mortal. So would I, is he suspecting me right now?
No. He's actually, you notice that he's starting to actually have some chill.
Yeah.
He's starting to ease down a little bit. So you just see his eye contact, right?
Yeah, and I turn and walk away, and I tell him to follow me up to the rooftop.
So you've already done it. You've already.
Yep,
Okay, cool.
I have him under my control, and I want it to seem like he's following me to the rooftop willingly.
Yeah, okay, let's, sure, Calista, if you really want me to go to the rooftop with you, I guess I will, because, like, you just need to get me in private or whatever. Sure, I'll go with you, Calista, whatever. Calista really wants me to go to the rooftop, everybody, and he's following you. And he's being really obnoxious while he's doing it.
Shut up.
Okay, because you asked nicely.
Once we're there, I'm going to. All right, let's try this the nice way first. I'm going to ask if he has been drugged.
See, okay, and then so Tony goes, drugged? Not that I know of, but I don't really feel like myself.
Do you
So
need to
maybe
feed?
somebody slipped something to me? I don't know. I did have a beer, but it was only one, so
When was that?
about 10 minutes ago I finished it before he came in my office.
I take out my special pocket knife, the one that Tony made for me, and I slice open my wrist.
Whoa!
And I offer it to him.
Okay, thanks. He drinks it.
Thanks.
This is good.
I gave him around one dot worth of Vitae. And I want to see if that pulls him out of the effects of the drug.
Let me mark this real quick. Okay. So you see, Tony gets done drinking blood from your wrist, and he's got, blood mouth. Needs a napkin. And he's just like, you see him blinking, and he's breathing deeply. Takes a couple deep breaths. He looks up into the sky, shakes his head, and blue liquid comes out of his nose, like dribbles down his nostrils.
Get my handkerchief and I wipe it from his face. Give it like a little dab.
Oh, sorry, I have a lot of blood on my face. I think my nose is running. I'm sorry. Calista, I'm so sorry.
And I give him a hug. It's like, oh, you're okay.
Calista, I don't. I feel like I just
Now, I
like
need
woke
you
up
to
from like
tell
getting
me
drunk.
Exactly
like,
what happened, Tony. This is of vital importance. Like, try to think back. Are you sure it was the beer? Did you drink or eat anything else today?
No, I did have a beer, but I do remember like going to the bathroom and like someone knocked into me and I felt like a needle poke into me, but they said that don't worry about it. It was their book it pin. And I'm like, why do you have a book it pin? You're like a middle-aged dude. And he goes, it's my grandson's.
What he looked like?
Yeah, he was tall, bald, Caucasian, grumpy.
Robert Sanderson.
Yeah, I heard that name going around. I think that was him. He doesn't work here. He was like from a camp or something, or like a inner tube company, fun time company. I am
going to flay him alive. No, Tony.
He poked me with his book it pin. Do you know what a book it pin is? When kids get like the book reports and little stars and they get a pizza party at Pizza Hut. That's what he poked me with. But would that have made me feel weird? Would that have made me...
Tony, I think things are not safe right now. I'm going to be out of town for a few days. And I won't be reachable by phone.
Well,
you and Miranda are like family to me.
Well, we're coming with you. I thought we were coming with you.
Wait, you're coming with us?
Well, I don't think in the same bus, but like we're gonna be going to the camp. Alok told us, so we'll be up there.
But
we're going to Vamp Camp.
See,
yeah, we're coming, so you don't have to worry. We'll be nearby.
It's the fact that you're nearby that I'm most worried about.
Wasn't that good in case like you could protect us maybe? If you want us to stay here, we could try to make it an excuse to Alok to try to stay here. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you.
If it's possible, I want you to take a few days off. Just stay home, lay low. Don't open the door for anyone. Try to look after yourself, okay?
Just stay in our apartment?
Yeah. Try and stay safe.
How will we get a hold of you if you're going to have your phone off?
I'll be in touch.
Okay. All right.
Can you send Miranda up?
Yeah. I'll go send her. Okay. I'll be back.
Be
So he
careful,
goes downstairs. I will. Thank you, Calista, and thanks for getting the blue stuff out of my nose. So he goes downstairs. He sends Miranda up. Miranda comes back up to the roof to you, and she's like, "Okay, so like, what the fuck did you want to talk to me about, Calista? Like, cause like I got a lot of shit to do. Okay, I have so many emails I haven't caught up with."
I repeat the process. So I didn't even bother mending my wrist. It's still open and bleeding. I'm like,
and she goes, okay, and she sneezes, and then just like a big glob of blue, like it looks like blue phlegm comes out of her nose, and it's just like dripping over her mouth. Like, oh, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
I'm going to actually use my handkerchief to see if I can gather some samples of that blue stuff.
Okay. Go for it. So you grab a sample.
Yeah.
But she's also like, okay, but like aside from the blue stuff, your blood is always so refreshing. Thank you, Calista. I feel so much
and
better.
I tell her exactly what I said to Tony. I want them to lay low, try and just stay back in Chicago for the time being, to take a few days off work and basically disappear for a while.
Okay. Well, like whatever signal you show us, since we won't be able to talk via phone. That's so weird. ALOC's making you do that. Yeah, we'll wait for some kind of signal from you, and we'll just lay low in the apartment.
Thanks, Miranda. Take care, okay?
Okay, we'll do. So she goes downstairs.
Yeah.
Is there what else would you like to do now that you're alone on the rooftop, Calista?
I gather the
blue globs.
Blend. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I basically close my wound. But now I am slightly hungrier than usual. So I think before I hop on the party bus, I'd like to head down to transport where the truckies are and feed.
Okay. So you're going down to basically the bottom floor of the building. This is sort of like half in the ground where people make deliveries. So you're feeding on one of the truck drivers that's down there. Okay. Poor truck driver. How do you approach this truck driver?
I am going to find somewhere that's out of surveillance and basically just, because time is of the essence, I'm going to feed very discreetly but also very straightforwardly.
In his truck or outside of the truck? Do you climb in the truck with him in the cab, or?
Probably inside the truck, because it's going to provide me some sort of protection against the cameras.
Okay. So he's like, hey, what? Oh, you want inside my truck? Yeah, sure. Come on inside. So he opens up the truck. Yeah, I don't usually have passengers in here, but yeah, come on in my semi-truck.
This is going to be a long night. I can already sense this.
All right, cool.
Normally,
how can I help you?
In more of a talkative mood, but unfortunately today I'm just going to need you to cooperate.
Okay,
and I
absolutely.
mesmerize.
I will do anything you tell me to do.
And I go,
Oh. Cut to back to the office. We're up in the office. Marceline, Aaron, Daisy, Chaz are still together, finishing the beers. Ayla comes up to you all. He goes, okay, all right, what's everybody doing? Do you have your bags? Huh? If you don't have your bags, just like bring whatever, okay? We can like go shopping for like, swim trunks and bathing suits and like t-shirts and stuff. I'm gonna have t-shirts for everybody up there. So like, you don't really need anything. There'll be toothbrushes, toothpaste, and yeah.
I'll bring my bag.
Okay, yeah, bring your bag if you have stuff here. But you don't need to go home. We need to get up there so we can go to bed before the sun rises. What do you want, Chaz?
GM, real quick.
Oh, yes.
Did we go home in between last episode and now?
Did you?
I don't know. Was there?
You had enough time for it, yeah.
We had enough time, so
yeah.
Reasonably, we would have packed bags and like had them here, right?
Quickly, yes.
Quickly, okay.
Yeah, like a backpack and like a small suitcase, yeah.
All right. Thanks. Got it.
Did Chaz do that? It's up to you. You can say yes.
Yeah,
if you
we
want
can
to.
come back to the story.
I did that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have a
so-
backpack and a small suitcase.
All right, cool. Go
Yeah.
downstairs and get in the party bus right now. Right now.
Why is that?
Chaz puts on his
Good,
backpack. It's you probably hear some metal stuff sloshing around in it.
What's all the metal stuff sloshing around, Chaz?
It's workout equipment. I have a rigorous workout thing I gotta do when I'm there. It's you see.
You're so
get these
muscular, of
traps
course.
just
Yeah, those are
because,
huge
yeah.
traps.
Huge traps. I get compliments on these traps sometimes.
You traps
but
look great. Is that a compliment
I'm
that you get?
self-conscious. Don't look at them. All right.
You just showed them to me, and now you're covering them up.
It's
Which
bad,
is
but,
it?
like, don't look at them too much. But
You're
here they are.
flashing them, and you cover it. Quit teasing me,
It's
Chaz.
just
Get your
like-
ass downstairs right
so
now,
collarbone.
or you're
Okay,
fired.
yeah.
Get the fuck downstairs, or you're
Don't you
fired.
fire me. Okay, I'm gonna
I
go
won't, but
downstairs.
get yourself get the fuck downstairs right now.
I'm getting the fuck downstairs now.
Okay, have another
Okay.
beer while you're at it. Take it. And he hands you a Guinness.
And Chaz takes it and goes, and then doesn't open it, but like walks off.
And
Been
Aelok
doing a lot of dumb finger guns today. But
don't shoot anybody there, Chaz. Okay, you make me worry. Okay, hey, Aaron.
yeah.
Marceline yells, "Hey, Chaz, wait up for me," and then she just follows off.
Okay.
Daisy
Hold on,
quickly
Marceline.
follows after Marceline.
No, Marceline, come back. Wait,
What?
hold on. I noticed that you were like sniffing Daisy's hair. What is up with that?
She has. I want to know her shampoo.
You could just ask her.
I like guessing.
If I had an HR department, I'd be like, hey, HR, that's weird. Marceline.
Daisy, do you mind me sniffing your hair?
No, it's
Okay,
fine.
see, it's fine.
I noticed Aaron doing the same thing while I was being weird with Chaz.
What?
Why are you sniffing Daisy's hair? Why is there two of my employees sniffing another employee's hair?
I got the sniffles when I went home. I think I encountered a cat. I just got some sniffles.
Daisy, how do you feel about this? About these two sniffing your hairs?
It's fine. It's head and shoulders, dandruff resistant because it makes my hair shiny.
All right. It was pretty
Daisy,
weird.
do you want to sit next to me on the bus? Do you want to sit next to me on the party bus?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna
Can I sit by
go.
you guys?
Yeah. I'm gonna go downstairs now
Yeah.
though. So
Okay, I'll see you there. See you there in
bye.
5. Bye. Okay, so all of you go downstairs. So then, Calista, are you going back to the office, or are you going just straight to the party bus since you're already on the ground floor?
Yeah, I think at this point, I wouldn't have time to really pack anything, and I have my tablet and my phone with me, so I'm just going to go straight to the party bus.
Okay, cool. So the 5 of you get on the party bus. There is a driver there. He seems pretty kept to himself. Kind of he's not a overweight guy. He's kind of a little out of shape. And maybe around 55 years old. And he just looks at you, he's like, come on in. Come on into the party bus. And then you notice that there are there's seats that are like wrapped around facing each other. There's a disco ball spinning on the top. And meanwhile, you can also hear 80s and 90s music, dance music playing. Right now, you hear I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys. And as you all get on, the 5 of you, Ayla gets on, and he has 3 cases of Revolution Anti-Hero beer with him. 2 in the left hand and one on the right, and he has a very large backpack with him on his back. And he goes, all right, yeah, party time. Yeah, Backstreet Boys. This is my favorite. Okay, hold on. Let me set the beers down. So, yeah, by the way, this is Carl. He's our driver. Carl, say hi. He's like, hi. All right, thanks, Carl. That was great.
Hey, Carl.
Okay, cool. So here, I'm gonna give beers to everybody here right now. There's a beer for you, Chaz, and Daisy, and Marceline, Calista, Aaron. Here we go. Okay, cool. So this is my very special party bus to be riding with you. We have various other buses that are carrying the rest of the my 50 employees of NightTrap up to the camp in Longfellow, Wisconsin. This is great. By the way, I was mistaken about the location. It's actually north of Wisconsin in the forest, but it's near the coast of Lake Michigan. So it's actually, I thought it was south, but it's north. Yeah, Mr. Sanderson told me. He told me all.
That's a crazy detail to get. It's fine.
Wait, no, what was that, Daisy?
I just thought, I thought I would be closer to home. I think that maybe that would have been something nice to know before we left, but it's okay. It's fine.
You know what's nice? Getting $2,000 cash from your boss for no reason.
5,000?
Isn't that so nice of your boss to do that?
Wait, Daisy, did you only get 2,000? Oh no!
Oh yeah, we all got 2,000 too, Daisy.
We totally got. That's all we got.
You know how much Calista got?
$2,000.
$2,000. That's
nope.
Wait, so it's okay. It's fine.
It's okay.
She got 10,000. I'll just say it.
Oh,
that's a lot more than what you all got. Maybe if you're nicer, you'll get more like Calista. So.
A lot more.
Yeah, that Calista is just like.
Gee, thanks, boss.
Like
yeah, so nice.
I'm just
any
saying.
harder,
You're the
and
nicest
the
boss
can in
I've
her
ever
hand would
had.
explode.
What I'm trying to say is that you don't have dead end jobs. There's the sky's the limit. That's all I'm trying to say is that there's so much, things to work towards here, Anyway, cheers. Going to go party for a whole month at Vamp Camp, right? Cheers. Cheers with me. Cheers to Backstreet Boys. I want it that way. And by the way, I do want it that way. And don't you ever say that you want it that way, because I want it that way. Okay? That's what they say in the song, and I agree with them. That's the way I live my life. My way or no way.
That's Sinatra.
I don't know who that is. Okay, I just started listening to American music. I heard of him. I heard he wasn't nice to Britney Spears. Okay, so now we're okay. Carl, hit the gas, go. Okay. So you start driving, and you go into Lakeshore Drive. You start driving towards Evanston and start going north for the ride to Vamp Camp. And meanwhile, Alok's sipping his beer. He's looking at you all. So let me get the seating right. So it's Daisy, you're sitting by Marceline, right?
No, she's sitting by Aaron, but I'm near them.
Yeah.
So you're not so you're not right up. Okay, so you're
Is this like a school bus, or is this the kind of party bus that's like a limo?
It's okay. So you know those trolleys that would cruise around in Chicago downtown?
Yeah. So it has
it's kind of like not a large school bus, but like not like a tiny school bus. But it's sort of like a medium-sized bus. But there's seats that are all like around the walls, the left and right walls and the back walls, and then the middle it has like tiles. They face each other, yeah. And the middle has tiles like a dance floor, and there's handlebars for you to hang on to as you walk, like kind of like the subway, kind of like the L train. And there are cases of beer in between. The wall, there's like a short wall behind the driver, Carl, and cases of beers, coolers, all stacked up against that back wall and strapped so that way they don't fall backwards. There's a disco ball that's shining, and music is playing. Right now it's NSYNC. What's that one song that like the All I Ever Wanted? You're All I Ever Needed. That one, so that's playing right now, and Alok is just jamming to it, and he's staring directly at Daisy. Daisy, you look like, how should I say this? You look like are uncomfortable. Is it Aaron that's making me feel weird?
No, nobody's making me feel weird.
No, I'm not making you feel weird. No,
you're not making me feel weird.
Calista, how are you? You look nice and refreshed. Are you okay, Calista? That was a long pause.
I think I would have sat directly next to Alok, so whether be it on his left or on his right. But for the time being, I'm going to lean over and ask, "So, Robert Sanderson."
My
You're
name's
not-
Alexander Locke.
No, I know.
Robert Sanderson was the guy that's not as handsome as me.
Yes, I know that. He's You're not friends with him, are you, Alok?
Oh, no, I just like paid him so we can get his camp so we can go party there and work, but party and bond. But no, I'm not really friends with him. He's actually kind of a dick.
Oh wow.
What makes you say that?
Because he's just being, he was like all dicks to like my friends, just being all dicks at him.
All the dicks.
Yeah,
Have
exactly,
you-
Marceline. He's all the dicks combined into one big dick.
Oh God!
He's
Like
the
I want.
biggest dick I've ever seen.
Ooh, say more.
Giant dick.
What's it look like?
Huge.
It's big,
Veiny.
Big fat dick.
beautiful though.
So you've worked with them in the past?
Just like with contracts and stuff, like as a third party, you know. What are you trying to
Why-
say, Calista?
Why?
What?
Oh no.
Callista? Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, you're back. You were like stuck. Your whole face was like frozen in
It's
time.
still
For
frozen.
a second.
Oh no.
Wait. Is it...
Oh, wait, no, you're
Oh,
there.
oh,
There
you
we go.
see?
Now.
Yeah, you were like, you made this face, and it was like there for like 4 seconds. And I was like, Callista, are you frozen? Are you dead? And then you came back, and now you seem
No,
normal.
I
Are you
was
okay?
I was asking you, like, why has Sanderson treated your friends poorly? Who are those friends?
They're like, it was like all my friends here. Like my friends are my employees.
Which friends specifically?
Well, I think he was like also like being really mean to Aaron, right? Aaron, he was a big giant dick to you. He was just dicking you around, right?
Yeah, big cock. Yeah, for sure.
A big giant cock
Yeah.
to Aaron, Callista. Who do you
Thank you,
do you need
Ayla.
like a certain someone? Is that who you're trying to like? Because like I just want to understand. I'm not trying to like dick you over like.
Oh no,
Sanderson
I
would?
just got very bad vibes from him.
Oh, you think-
He seems like such a weirdo. I don't really like him.
Did you see him being a dick to somebody that I didn't see him be a big dick to?
No, I just had some suspicions I wanted to confirm. Thank you, Ayla.
Oh, I feel like I didn't give you enough satisfactory information. Oh, you're making that one face, but you know what? This one is like, you're like happy and you're like looking down, and now you like sip something. Oh, it's your beer. Okay, so Calista, I'm gonna come back to you. Okay. I'll be back. I'm gonna go over and walk over to Chaz. I'll be right back, Calista. Okay, Chaz. He goes over and sits next to Chaz. So I noticed there was like a lot of metal in your backpack. What is that?
So it's workout equipment. It's pull-up bar and a couple of dumbbells.
There's a gym at the camp. There's like a small gym there.
You didn't say that.
Oh well, it's there.
Well, I got this workout equipment anyway. I'm bringing it. It's kind of late now, right?
What did you do? What did you do before because you were like a PhD student, a dropout? So what were you doing before that?
Yeah, as a PhD student, I was studying anthropology with a emphasis on subcultures.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But like what before that?
Before that,
Yeah.
I was from Nebraska. What do you want from me? And then I went to college, hanging out, just being a dude.
Pause.
Yeah.
Marceline and Aaron,
Mhm.
2 hunger dice each.
Oh no.
Okay, so Chaz, I just had to look at Aaron and Marceline, like, weirdly real quick. So, like, what... I'll just cut to the chase. I think you did something kind of... Okay, so I, like, Google searched you.
Oh, no.
Because we don't have an HR department, and I did, like, a due diligence check on you. You were, like, in England recently. Like, I saw some, like, airfare transactions that you, like, actually spent time in the United Kingdom.
Didn't know you could look that up on Google.
I have my ways.
You have your... Okay. Yeah, of course. As part of my program, I had to go and study in England.
And you hear a... from
Excuse me.
Carl, the driver.
You okay, Carl?
Yeah.
Thanks, Carl.
Mr. Alexander, I need you to come up here for a second. He goes, okay, hey, Chaz, okay, hold on. I have to go talk to Carl, okay? I'll be right
Okay.
back. Okay.
Lock.
Okay, Kate, go see how Marceline, Aaron, and Calista are doing. They seem like they're, like, not... Well, Calista... So, like, they all seem like they're doing weird in their own little ways. So go talk to them. I'm going to go talk to Carl because he really needs you right now. So,
All right.
Alok goes walk up to Carl, and Carl, like, brings his, like, face in close to him, and he, like, whispers stuff to Carl. Or Carl whispers stuff to Alok, and Alok whispers back. Like, so you see him, like, it's very secretly talking. And Chaz, you go up to Marceline, Calista, and Aaron. He did not say Daisy, by the way.
Okay, well. Hey, hey, Mars, you want this? He hands her the Guinness, and, like, it's not really doing anything for me.
She pulls out her water bottle that she had at work.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, I'm good for now. I got some water. And starts sipping.
How much do you drink?
Enough to take one hunger.
That's what I was gonna say, actually.
Can I? And then I'm aware, so I'm like,
Yeah.
Can I have a sip?
Yeah, so I give him the rest of it.
Okay, so.
You're just drinking it now,
okay.
Chaz? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So.
Okay, cool.
Got
You
it.
had I don't think you had any hunger days.
I had
Check.
2 last.
Yeah,
night,
2. Okay,
so,
cool.
yeah.
So take away 1.
All right.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Great.
Okay, so that water bottle is gone now, right, Marceline? Since you and Chaz drank it.
She has, like, when she went home, she packed a few, like, packets of, like,
How many?
blood. Probably, like, 3.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll say you have 3 more. Okay.
Yeah. So, like, she'll
Um,
have, like, 3 more worth of.
Game wise, that would take away 1 hunger point each packet.
Okay.
So.
And Chaz whispers, "Thank you, mistress." And then
And she goes, my boy, and just taps him on the head.
Daisy, you hear all of this.
Yeah.
They're not very
They
discreet.
just have a weird
Yeah.
relationship.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You hear
This
all
is-
of this, Daisy.
You
Shady.
have friends that you call mistress. It's not a weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I
Oh,
do.
you heard that? Oh, fuck.
Well, I think we it's a small bus.
It's loud. Oh,
Starting to get like kind of a
Fine.
weird
Sometimes
vibe.
people
you know?
call me daddy. Sometimes people call me mistress.
She has an allure. An allure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
told I should have gotten into dominatrixing, but
Wow.
So you see a
soft
sign
dom. Yeah.
on the highway that says, welcome to Wisconsin. So you've now crossed the Illinois-Wisconsin border.
it smells like cheese here.
So Daisy,
Oh,
Hey.
and also the time in the game world is approximately 2 a.m.
okay.
Okay.
A little past 2 a.m., like a few minutes soon.
Yeah.
So Daisy, you have you had any surgeries done recently?
And Carl and Alok were talking, and they both stopped whispering. They looked back at Aaron, like, Aaron, what did you just ask a Daisy? Sorry, why don't I talk like Italian? Oh, fuck.
I don't know.
Was you talking like
And
a
Carl
Italian?
goes, I know. Okay, hold on. Who's A-Lock? Aaron, why did you just ask her that weird question?
I'll ask the whole bus. I don't know, is anyone? I'm just making conversation.
Okay, we're gonna go back to whispering. Okay, all right. So they go back to whispering.
No.
He asked you if you did any surgeries.
That's good.
No.
All right, yeah, you don't want.
Have you?
And they go back to whispering.
Nah. Not even a tooth or something? Wisdom
I
tooth?
got, my wisdom teeth are removed.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna get a beer.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I'll go get it.
A-Lock-
I'll go get you a beer.
A-Lock pulls out a beer and he looks at Aaron and he hands him the beer. He's like, hey, just so you know,
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot about you, but I know I like you. But I just wanted to tell you this advice, which is be careful. And also, can you, after you get this beer to Daisy, can you tell Calista to come up here with me and Carl? Please?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no problem, boss.
Hey, is there some flirties going on?
What?
Some flirties?
Oh, what? Wait, I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah, you could tell me. We're bros, right?
Oh, I don't know. I just think she smells nice.
Yeah, right. That's
Yeah.
good. That's a good sign. It's a good sign if you know they smell nice.
Yeah.
Hey, you smell good too. Don't put yourself down.
Thanks. It's probably just pheromones, but yeah.
Get back in there. Stop talking
I'll
to
go.
me. Go
All
talk
right,
to
all right.
Daisy. Tell Calista to come up here. Be nice though. Ask her nicely.
Okay. I go over to Calista and was like, "Yo,
Hey, Aaron.
boss man wants you. I'm so sorry."
I give him like a clap on the shoulder and I walk over to Ayla.
Yeah, and Calista, you heard that whole conversation.
Yeah. I'm just like,
It's not a
dreading
big
it. I'm
bus.
just putting it off.
It's not a big bus. So you go. So Calista goes up to A-Lock and Carl. Meanwhile, Carl is still driving the bus. Now you're hearing Britney Spears, "You Drive Me Crazy" playing while the disco ball is spinning. And A-Lock looks at Calista and he goes, "Okay, so Carl and I were talking. Calista is we're like a little worried about one person that's on the bus here, and we want to know what your advice would be."
Who are you worried about?
Well, I figured I could talk to you because, your wrist is kind of was bleeding a little bit, and I saw that. It's not bleeding anymore, but I did see there was a couple of drops there.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I roll around my hand to see a few drops might have escaped my attention. I kind of thanks for pointing that out.
That was cool. I just want to show you something, and he rolls up his sleeves I have the same thing. Carl sucks a little bit of blood out of A-Lock's wrist. He goes, "There you go."
I'm just going to. I immediately step in front of them, and I kind of turn back to see if anyone is watching this corner of the bus.
Is anybody watching?
Yes.
I think we all are. We're all watching.
It's a small bus.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of easy to watch everyone doing everything.
Don't worry, they're busy jamming out the Britney Spears. So, what I wanted to tell you, Calista, is it's okay. I know, all right? I know, and Carl here is cool, and I want you to know that I'm a cool guy too. If you know what I mean. And I gotta go bed before the sunrise. Wink, wink.
And I kind of I clap A-Lock on the shoulder, and I'm of course. I trust you deeply and completely.
Oh, that means so much to me. I'm so glad I gave you $10,000. So with that knowledge that I knew in my heart was true, and I'm so glad you confirmed it for me. With that now out in the open between us, I want to bring up the possible danger that we have here is that one person here, I believe, is not who they may seem, or not And he leans over to Calista, and he really actually wants to make sure this is a secret with her. He goes, that they're not kindred.
And because
Kindred.
Yes, Ayla, I heard you the first time.
Oh, you seem like you didn't know what I said. Okay.
I'm just like, I know that a few on this bus, and I actually am whispering, like, would be kindred, but you suspect that all but one? Like, is the ratio that high?
Can I roll for awareness to see if I hear what they're saying?
Sure.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? What kind of check do you want to do? Just
an
awareness
check. Yeah, just to see if I hear the word kindred.
Just use awareness for this, and you need 2 successes.
2 successes.
So you have a dice pool of 3, and you need 2 successes, and you're rolling regular dice, right?
It's yeah.
So it'd be 6 through 9. Well, you add your hunger dice to it too.
Yeah, that was a fail both times.
So what did you get on your hunger dice?
Yeah. It's the music's too loud.
What did you get on your hunger dice by chance?
The hunger dice? Okay, let me.
Yeah, because you have 1 right now, right? Yeah, because you took away. Yeah.
Oh,
it would be
high,
2 regular dice and 1 hunger dice for your dice pool. Because you have a dice pool of 3. So out of those 3, you have 2 regular and 1 hunger. What did you get?
It's 1 out of 3 is what I got.
Out of all 3 of them?
Yeah, out of all 3 of them.
What'd you get on the hunger dice?
Hunger dice was a 5.
Oh, so that was like so that was, still failure. Okay, cool. All right, nothing crazy happens, and you fail that. You don't hear shit. Too much, you drive me crazy.
Saying? Holy shit, what?
Now it goes into the song of, it's now, Oops, I Did It Again, that's playing right now.
I can't wait until they play Toxic. That's my era of Britney Spears.
I kind of step even closer to Alok, and I kind of like hook my arm around his shoulder, and I whisper very lowly, and I say, since we're exchanging information, you should know that Robert Sanderson drugged my ghouls.
What?
Yes. He drugged them with an unknown substance.
Okay, 1? That is like really cool that you have 2 ghouls. Super, super cool. And like 2, 1. Okay, that was 1. 2. Are they okay?
Tony and Miranda, I told them to lay low and
oh my god, that's Tony and Miranda, you're cool. Shut up. Sorry, okay. That's really cool.
While this is happening, I whisper to everyone else, do you think Calista and Alok are dating?
That's the only thing I can assume.
Yeah,
Me too.
Always talking or I think maybe Alok has a crush on her.
Yeah.
And that's why she got like more money.
A lot of like this stuff.
You're so right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I hear the oops, I did it again.
Why else would this
Play
be playing?
with your heart. Lost in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
He's sending a message through the music playing.
Oh,
God damn, he's brilliant.
I'm not that innocent.
Is that how you?
He's not innocent, guys.
She's not that innocent.
And then
Oh my
he looks
God.
at Calista. He's like, okay, 1, you're like really, really cool, like way cooler than I thought. Like next time I give you, I'll have like $10,000 more for you.
I kind of I pat him on the shoulder. It's like, Alok, concentrate.
Oh yeah,
Robert
okay,
Sanderson.
Right. Robert Sanderson, big, giant, huge, throbbing, fat dick.
Yes.
Okay, I heard that.
Chaz, shut up. Calista and I are having secret private talkies right now, okay?
Sorry.
Oh my
Go
God.
talk to go hang out, be bros with Aaron. You know, I think Aaron has a crush on Daisy. Yeah.
Shut up.
So why are you calling out people's crushes? We're talking about yours secretly.
Shut up. Sorry. Like that. Anyway. Okay. Calista, I'm sorry. Okay, focus. Okay. So, okay. Sorry.
I told Tony and Miranda to stay back and do not come on this trip. And while we're at it, you should also know that Joey, the guy that you love to have run errands for you, is working for Sanderson.
But I've been paying him.
Yes, you have. And it's all gone to waste. He's working for Sanderson.
Oh no. Okay.
And he's I believe he's secretly from Naples, so he's not even from Chicago.
Florida?
You run background checks on your employees, right?
I googled. I like Google.
You
searched
Google them?
Yeah, we don't have an HR department. Okay, so Calista. Okay. One, you're like a superhero. You like know all this like knowledge, and I'm so appreciative of everything you're saying. Tony and Miranda. Okay, so they're staying home. Okay, one, I think that's a good idea, but also could be dangerous. We'll swing back to that. And two, they're like super cool people that have like goals. Oh, so cool. Anyway, so all right, Joey's also a big dick. I'll come back to that.
Yes, but keep this on the down low.
Right, I'm
Like we want him. We want the spies where we can see them.
Okay. Well, your information's like super valid, but I also have another thing that's like a little more pressing that's on the bus with us right now.
Yes, about them all.
No, not with all. No, it's like
Oh.
Aaron's crush.
Oh,
He said that pretty loudly.
okay. It's like, and I kind of like fake turn around and I look at Aaron. I was like, that is so cute. Oh my god, Aaron.
Yeah.
Closer. Whisper time.
So
Aaron,
cute.
Aaron, go have another beer. Go be bros with Chaz. Okay, no, Calista.
And I turn back.
I think Daisy might not be Kindred.
Is she immortal? In that case, that's great. That's more snacks for us.
But one, I like her as like for Aaron, not like her. Like I like her. I want her to be like flirty with Aaron as well. So I don't want her to like to die.
Hey, I'm not here to like king shame. Go ahead.
What? Just so nice of you. But I also want to say that like before that happens, like we should probably verify that she's not a hunter yet, because I also suspected that Chaz might have been a hunter at one point, but I think he's one of us now.
It's curious.
He has
keep around.
Well, he has two scars on it. He has two like bite scars on his neck, and they look like kind of look like Marceline's teeth.
It's on his arm.
There's
Here,
also
little word.
marks on his arm and his neck. It looks like he got bit a couple times.
All right.
Meanwhile, Chaz just kind of like nibbling on himself.
Just checking out his own
He
things.
loves to eat himself.
He's
But
like,
anyway, I think
going
he's-
to town on a cuticle and
I
everything.
think he's good now, but I guess
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is that like maybe he was a hunter at one point, and like what if he like brought another hunter with him to NightTrap, to my company, and I think Daisy could be a hunter, but I like Daisy, but if she's not a hunter, I want her to be a part of the the crew, the Kindred, What do you think?
A bit of a like out of conversation question here. Like, how close is Calista with the Prince of Chicago, like the leader of the Camarilla? Is she on a first name basis with them?
Yes, it's still on like a business rapport though. Like it's not like you go out and get drinks together, but
Yeah.
it's a little more friendly compared to like, they would talk to like a third party, like Robert Sanderson, like a third party person that you work with. So it's it's almost like having a colleague to talk to.
Yeah, because she's a stickler for the rules and she wants to advance her position within the Camarilla. So
Right.
she's going to not break tradition and like pretty much respect it. And in that case, she's going to be a goody two shoes and tell Alok that in order to embrace new Kindred into the Camarilla, that he should ask for the permission of the prince.
Oh, Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Your
okay.
boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You know, it's just like such a process. I always have to go through his secretary and then scan the signature and save it to my files. It's like I usually get Joey to do it, but like, anyway, yeah, you're right. I should stop complaining.
Remember, A-Log. Keep this on the down low. We'll suss out the crew, but in the meantime, don't attract unnecessary attention.
You're right.
We want the
Plus-
prince on our good side.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Oh, by the way, speaking of the prince, there may be some guests at Vamp Camp.
And you couldn't have told me that before we left.
Well, I just kind of like opened it up like a party, and like, you know, like my 50 people will all be there, but like I also kind of like opened it up to like Camarilla and Anarchs, and I just thought like, hey, party time, we're gonna be all
Calista is dying on the inside right now. She is dying.
Well, I told that like the Anarchs to come one day, and then like the Camarilla the next day, so they don't like, you know, get in each other's business, you know. So I'm just, anyway, we'll figure it out. It's gonna be fun. Anyway, hey, so I guess my main point is let's make sure that Daisy doesn't kill us, okay? And like,
yes, I'll have a look on her. But in the meantime, no more open invitations, please.
Okay, yeah, I absolutely, yes, absolutely, Calista.
I give him like a little kiss on the nose.
And he looks back at Chaz and Aaron. He goes,
and I walk away like immediately.
There's not much far. You can't walk very far.
Yeah, and I roll my eyes.
Chaz kind of whispers to Marceline, "Is HR in this place? Is there an HR?"
We apparently don't have an HR department.
Wait. Oh.
So A-Log changes the song to now it's and now it's Uptown Funk that's playing. So you hear the do.
Oh, nice.
The summer of 2015.
Yeah.
There we go.
And so the songs play, you all drink, sit around for at least the next hour. It's coming up on 3 a.m. And Carl goes, all right. Yeah, this is, he looks at his Google Maps. He's like, yeah, this is owned by Inner Tube Funtime LLC campgrounds. Anyway, we're here. He pulls in, and A-Lot goes up to Carl. He's like, hey, hey, Carl, I just want to know, like, how far behind was everybody else? Do you know, like, the other buses? He's like, looks like they'll get here in about 30 minutes. They weren't too far behind us, so, by the way, here's that flask that you asked for. He's like, oh, thank you very much, Carl. I appreciate that. That's so nice of you. So A-Lot puts it, because A-Lot is, he's like, just so you know what he's wearing, he has like a V-neck t-shirt and a suit jacket over. Yeah, his hair is long and brown. He's got like, you know, curls, but he kind of slicks it back. And he's like, and he puts the flask in his suit jacket. He's like, all right, thank you very much. So hey, Carl, can you just like watch out for the other people? Tell them like we're gonna be in the rec center, and then yeah, we're gonna get everybody into their bunk beds. So if you need me, just like yell out my name, you know, I'll hear you, okay? You know, you have a great voice. So I'll see you later. High five. He goes, yeah, high five. Thanks. All right, bye. So he opens the door. He's like, okay, everybody, we're here. Come on out. Let's get inside soon, very quickly. It's 3 a.m. Oh, getting so tired. Let's all go into the rec center, and then I'll like kind of like tell everybody where you're all sleeping, you know? Where this is gonna be your home the next month. Isn't that exciting?
Month.
Yeah.
Yeah, a month. I already told
bed?
you.
I heard bunk beds. Is that true?
Air bunk beds.
Okay.
Air bunk beds.
Not tonight, but we can make that happen in the, you know, like this week if you want, Aaron. I'm sorry I let you down.
It's all
I
right.
only pack for 5 days.
Well, you can like wash. There's washing machines here too. You can wash your clothes.
All right,
You know.
get used to this shirt is all I'm saying.
I love that T-shirt of yours.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I love the kitty cat.
Thank you.
I love a kitties.
His
Okay,
name
let's
is Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones is so cute. Okay, so let's all go in. Hey, Calista. So he goes over to Calista. Can we like make sure and like, I kind of like want to follow Daisy and Aaron because I think I want to watch them flirting, and also just in case Daisy like a hunter, just in case Daisy like spazzes out and tries to kill us, you know. But also I kind of want to watch Aaron flirt with Daisy, and also I think Marceline might like Daisy too. She seemed like she was smelling her hair a lot.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, cool. Okay, everybody, to that building with the red roof right in front of us. Yes, you got the great look view of Lake Michigan. All right, let's go. Bring your bags. So do you all walk with him together to the recreation center building?
Yeah, Chaz tightens his backpack so it doesn't slosh around too much.
Okay.
And then he has a rolly bag.
All right, so you all go inside the rec center. So inside, it kind of looks like an upscale, like 2-story barn, but really inside, and like a wider architecture of a barn. But you go inside, and it's really nice. There's pool tables, there's foosball tables, two pool tables, 2 foosball tables. There is 4 couches, big comfy leather couches. There is a bar, but it looks like right now it's closed at the moment, where there are chips and snacks hanging up, as well as taps that look like they're hooked up to beer and kombucha and Red Bull and various different bottles of alcohol. It just looks like it's just decked out to the nines. It just looks like that's the place where people go and hang out. And there's also like some tables where people can go and like do work. And there's a couple like there's 2 closed off like meeting rooms. They're again similar to NightTrap's offices. They're all glass, so you can see what's going on inside. But there's tables for people to have privacy and have meetings. And there's also a few TVs that are hanging up, 2 above the bar, and then 2 on the other side in between the closed off offices. A-Lock goes in and he drops his bags like, okay, so like this is where we all come and hang out. If you ever seen like Saved by the Bell, it's kind of like, or like Power Rangers, you know, this is like the juice bar. You know, I'm talking like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is like where everybody comes and like hangs out. You know, like all the young people, this is like the place to be.
Oh,
so
yeah,
this
like,
is gonna be
like the milk bar in
yeah,
Clockwork
like the
Orange.
milk bar, Chaz. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're a cool guy. So like this is where we all like communicate and like socialize and like just like do work and drink and play and have fun. By the way, the TVs are only hooked up to the what do they call them? The regular channels. So like ABC, CBS, NBC. None of this Netflix stuff. So none of that. None of that's going on here. Just, you know, you get the TV. So if, like the Oscars are on, which they won't be because they just, you know, they happen back in the spring. You can watch that. But there's also a VCR. I hooked up a VCR for everybody, and there's some tapes here, and he has like a bookshelf full of like the classic Disney movies like Pocahontas, Lion King, Aladdin, Hunchback of Notre Dame, like just all of the Disney movies from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, all the way up to the Atlantis movie. He goes, if you want to watch a VHS of like a famous Disney movie, put this in the VCR right here. It'll play it on all the TVs. So anyway, Chaz, Aaron, your bunk bed house is right over there, and it's right. So if you look out towards the lake, which is the Storyteller talking, towards the east, you see Lake Michigan, which if you don't know, it looks like the ocean, like from not quite the ocean, but it's a very large body of water, and it's very, very nice, beautiful, peaceful view. And to the north part of where he's pointing is a small bunk bed house cabin, and then to just about 100 feet to the south is another cabin. So Ayla goes, okay, so right there, I want Chaz and Aaron to stay. And then Marceline and Daisy, I want you to stay at that one. And then Calista, I have, you have 2 options. You can either stay in the same cabin as Marceline and Daisy, or there's another cabin that I saved just for you on the other side. So it'd be this way, the west part, and you could stay in your very own cabin. And then I have my own cabin over there. But sometimes
has
I'll
a crush on her.
What? I'm going to ignore that, and I'll say to Aaron, Chaz, sometimes we'll be bros, and like sometimes we'll have like sleepovers, and like I'll bring my sleeping bag and we'll hang out together and
Really,
play
with
games.
us?
Yeah, I have this game called Munchkin, and we could totally play that and like smoke hookah and drink PBR beers.
Oh, great. Yeah.
That sounds like a great time.
I'm so psyched you brought hookah.
I did.
So
It's coming
psyched.
in. It's coming in one of the other buses that I have. Yeah, I have stuff in like all the other buses that are coming with the other employees.
You got
Great.
Munchkin?
Yeah, I love Munchkin. It's
Okay.
the standard one though, and I also have Munchkin Bites, the vampire one. It's so much fun.
Why would you bring that?
Cause it's fun. I like vampires. It's like I love Twilight and Dracula with Keanu Reeves, and I like it how he said "woeth." I like his accent in that. I like Keanu. Don't get me wrong. It's just his accent, and that was kind of funny.
Gotcha. Chaz starts looking at the VHS tapes and goes, "Oh shit! All the classic Sesame Streets." He
Yeah, those
picks up one, and on the cover, there's the Count is on the cover.
Yeah,
he
he's
just
like my favorite Sesame Street
He
character.
just shakes his head and goes, "I'm gonna watch you," and then puts it back.
Are you mad at that, Chaz?
No, it's Sesame Street. How can I
Okay.
be mad?
Okay, you're right. You're really intense right now. I'm gonna let you
Didn't
take a
mean to
breath.
come off that way.
That's okay. You
I
work out a
didn't.
lot.
I didn't. What?
You've been lifting so many weights there, Chaz. Your blood pressure is probably up and high. So I'm gonna like
Ugh.
give you a pass here, okay?
Okay.
Here's $100, and he hands him a $100 bill.
All right, I got $2,100. Okay.
Callisto, which cabin will you be staying with? Will you be in your own private cabin, or would you
I
want to
mean,
stay
this
with
is
Marceline
a
and Daisy?
team bonding exercise, isn't it?
It is.
Daisy, Marceline.
Carl,
Do you mind-
start off the truck. Sorry about that, Calista.
Well, as the team bonding goes, Marceline, Daisy, do you mind sharing cabins for the next few days?
Yeah,
Not at all.
you can hang with us.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
She
well,
she
hey-
kind of like walks over to Daisy and is like, "We're gonna be best friends."
Doesn't she smell really good?
Oh, I actually good for a sniff. Do I smell anything?
Daisy, you said you use Head and Shoulders, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you smell.
Yeah.
It's Head and Shoulders, and also her blood.
That too.
And it smells really.
It smells like
really
Head and
good.
Shoulders.
It smells like it smells like healthy human blood.
Interesting.
It's yum. Add a hunger die to your sheet.
Really?
It's that good of blood. It's delicious smelling.
Oh. I will keep that in mind.
Oh, no.
One hunger die point.
Daisy, that's some prime quality blood right there.
I try.
And Ayla goes, okay, so I guess if Calista is gonna be staying with the girls, I guess I'll be staying with the boys then, right? It's be Aaron, Chaz, and Ayla, right?
Oh,
Bunk
yeah.
Hookah Munchkin
I-
in Sesame Street.
You guys are gonna have a lot of fun.
Hanging with the boss.
Yeah, I'm not. Hey, hold on. I'm not the boss. I'm like the captain. Okay, so I'm not like the boss. I'm just the captain. No. Okay, so rule for this entire month: no firing. No firing. I promise. Callista, here. And
Oh,
he
you
rips
mean
a-
like layoffs?
Here's a piece of
No,
paper.
Like,
layoffs.
pew,
And he goes. And he pulls out a piece of paper as a notebook.
We're all
Like,
making finger
I
guns. We're friends.
will not
like you.
fire
Oh, Daisy.
and or lay off anybody for at least a month. Okay, so I'm signing this in a month, and I want Calista to notarize it for me. A lock. here is my signature. So can you notarize it here for me there, Calista? Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Calista. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Okay, so here you guys go. This is my contract for you all, okay?
And
I'm not gonna fire you.
I take it. Is there a scanner in the vicinity?
No, but you can use your phone for like the next day till like tomorrow. That's fine. You can
Very
take a
well.
picture of it.
Like I take a picture of it and I send it across the company email. And I kind of go like, Alexander Locke states that he will not fire or lay off anyone for the next month.
No, because I want everybody to have fun, be yourselves, and just have a good time. So, okay, so, looks like the other bus is coming. So, I want everybody to, go to their bunk beds right now, their cabins, and, Chaz, Aaron, go to your bunk beds. I'm gonna go get the hookah and munchkin and PBR, and I'll be right there, okay? So, just go to your cabins quickly.
Why aren't we allowed to see the other people?
Oh, you could see them tomorrow. You could see them tomorrow, and you hear another "ow" nearby. You're like, it's the doggies here. Okay, sorry, this is like some doggies. Okay, so everybody go to bed. It's getting really late. It's like 3:30. Okay, so gotta get some sleep. The sun will just wake you right up, right? So go to bed.
All right.
Okay.
Calista visibly pales at the howling of the lupine.
So
if that's possible for her to get even more pale.
Alok looks at Calista and he gives her a face like, it's okay, don't worry, it's okay, Calista, it's okay, everything's gonna be fine. I promise, everything is gonna be okay, I promise, I will take care of all of you, okay, I would die for all of you, just wanted you to know, all of you, I would die for all of you, okay, I would take a silver bullet to the heart for all of you.
It's an interesting choice of words.
Shut up. You know what I'm talking about, Chaz. Go to bed.
Okay.
So Alok rushes over to the other bus that's pulling in. And then Marceline, Daisy, and Calista, do you go to your designated cabin?
Yeah.
Okay. And Aaron and Chaz, do you go to your cabin?
I look to Chaz and I'd be like, do you want to drop our stuff off and then just take a quick look around here? I still got the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I am with you there. I'm gonna just put it in the cabin and we'll do some little reconnaissance.
I'll meet you out back. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, cool, excellent. Cut back to the girls' cabin. You all see that there's one single bed and there's actually 2 sets of bunk beds in that one. So, but you only need 3 in the cabin.
I take the top bunk of the. Actually, I'm going to wait until Daisy chooses a bed, and I'm going to hopefully, if she chooses a bunk, I'm going to get the top one. If she doesn't, then I'm just going to take a random top bunk.
Daisy, what bed do you choose?
I choose a top bunk.
Okay, so
I'm next to her.
Gal.
Okay, so Calista and Daisy have the top bunk. So Marceline, who do you sleep underneath? Calista or Daisy? Daisy, okay.
Hoping that her hair falls down.
Great. On that note, let's take a short break. When we come back, we're gonna go ahead and finish the last few scenes for the evening, for the night.
Right. Sounds good.
Well, our night, Australian day, midday. So
the future.
Let's take a soft 10, and when we get back, we'll do the closing scenes. So, all right, everybody. I'll see you all back here in about 10 minutes. Switching over to intermission screen now. And we're back. Thanks for staying with us, everybody. Okay, so Storyteller speaking now. By the way, this is Gierhart. If you are coming back to us, thanks for rejoining us in episode 2 of Vamp Camp, and it's our first full-length Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. So yeah, here we are. We are now with our unofficial coterie, and they are in Wisconsin. They are in Longfellow, Wisconsin, but they are in the forest outside of any sort of like businesses or towns. It's very rural Longfellow Township, Wisconsin, right by Lake Michigan. We're in the Longfellow campgrounds, which are really owned and run by the Mr. Sanderson's company, Inner Tube Funtime LLC, in which Alexander Locke, CEO of NightTrap, got a contract to rent out for at least a month for his company to have some company bonding time. So Chaz and Aaron, you went to your bunks, your cabin, but you decided to go around the cabin, right?
That's right.
Okay, yeah, dropping our stuff off.
Dropping yourself off to the cabin, but you're coming outside. Okay, so we're going to
out.
come back to you. And then Marceline, Calista, and Daisy, you all went to your cabin. Again, all these cabins are near the central recreation center. That's like the central hub. There's other cabins scattered around. It's not just the 2 private ones and the 2 group ones. There's other cabins as well around. And also it's all surrounded, like you're in the middle of the woods, but also the lake is just right there. You can see the lake very easily. There's also windows, small windows in your cabins. So Marceline, Calista, Daisy, you're all in another cabin, and the bunk beds have been chosen. Daisy and Calista are on 2 of the top bunk beds, and Marceline is underneath Daisy. So and A-Lock went to one of the buses, and you notice that there's other buses coming in too. They have all they're starting to arrive. They're starting to pull into the driveway. And Aaron and Chaz, you dropped your stuff off. You sneak outside or around your cabin. What do you do? Tell me about what you're doing.
I guess I just like to investigate the area.
Okay. So you two sneak around. Continue the scene and let me know if you want to do anything and make a check at all.
Yeah. So,
Hey, Chaz, hey, what do you think of Daisy?
She, well...
This reminds me of the Han Solo Luke Skywalker scene in Millennium Falcon. What do you think of her, Han?
What do you think of her?
I'm oddly protective of Daisy. I don't know what it is. It's like I don't want to see her hurt, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, but you kind of have a thing for her. If you got real defensive when someone was like, "Are you flirting with her?" So I don't know. It's not my business. But
I don't know, man to man, yeah, but I don't know, you know.
yeah.
All right.
Off to the right, Aaron and Chaz, you notice that A-Lock is speaking to a guy, a man wearing a denim black jacket with leather pants, with his sleeves rolled up to his elbows, red headband, and he has a sword strapped to his back. And Chaz, this rings a huge bell in your head, and memory-wise. Something from the Holiday Club from the fall of the year past.
Hey, Aaron?
Yeah?
Maybe let's go back to the cabin for a second.
Wait, why? What's going on?
He looks like he's... just trust me on this. And then I try and lead him back to the cabin.
Cool. So you turn around back to the cabin, go...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As you turn around, that same figure appears right in front of you.
Well then.
And he has a lit blunt.
I tell this mysterious man, nice leather chaps, good sir.
Thanks, bud. Very comfortable, actually. How you doing, Chaz?
You know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chaz and I go way back. Well, to last October anyway at the Holiday Club.
That's specific.
So GM, I know this person.
Yeah, it's Dante.
Dante. Great.
So Dante
I
was
do remember Dante.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dante
yeah.
was the guy who helped. He's the Daywalker. He's
that's right.
he's a Dampier. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Dante.
he's the one that for context for everybody else in Bloodpool, he's the one that fought off both vampires and hunters inside the Holiday Club because there was basically a gang fight on the dance floor in Bloodpool, and he got them out. But then the Camarilla ended up sweeping them away to the Hilton Hotel in Chicago. And but Dante did help out Chaz and his friends, and Marceline as well. But Marceline's not outside right now. Just Chaz with Aaron.
Marceline
so Chaz,
is
this
a
is.
friend.
But this is Dante. He is the Dampier that you knew from.
Great.
And
Okay,
he looks
so-
at you, he's like, "Do you want to hit?" He goes to hand you the blunt.
I'm like, it doesn't really affect me these days.
That's right, because you got turned. You're Kindred now. How's it feel?
I'm more interested to know, do you work for NightTrap? No.
I will be this month.
What department? I'm very curious.
Are you like our camp counselor or something?
I'm a contractor. That's all you need to know. I'm a contractor for NightTrap.
Building a wing, I guess.
You know me. I'm here to keep the peace. I'm here. I'm not on anybody's side, but I'm here to keep the peace.
Well, hey man. Same.
Puts out his blunt, smushes it with his boot.
I do not want to see people get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we're on the same page there. Don't know how feasible that is.
So,
Space just keeps.
he looks at Aaron. He's like, you know, your buddy Chaz here. He's like you.
He's a vampire.
He's Kindred, yes.
Oh my gosh, I thought I was the only one. I am so glad.
But you know, there's something else that you need to know. What's your name?
What? Aaron. What's your
Dante.
name?
Dante.
Hey.
Goes to give you a handshake.
He gives a handshake back.
Yeah, there's something else you need to know about Chaz.
Okay.
And Chaz is standing right there.
I could. Hey, I'm right here.
He was part of the Second Inquisition.
Okay.
Yeah, so
No longer anymore, though, right, Chazzy boy?
I've played both sides, yeah, but
Yeah, same.
yeah, we
Same.
did a little John Constantining, I think, for a while. So both of us. He's
Right.
a little more experienced, I believe.
Well, what I'm
Yeah.
trying to talk to you about, Chaz, is some shit's about to go down here in these campgrounds. Maybe not tonight, but probably within this month. And I might need your help because I know you have skills as well from your past.
Yeah, I have a duffel bag full of skills. What are we talking?
I'm just gonna assume that it is what I think it is.
Got a bunch of weights, you know what I mean?
There may be trouble, and I
you
need someone with combat skills. That I might need to recruit to help me
Yeah, but like
to keep the peace.
other vampires, humans, what do you know?
All the sort, all of them, everything.
All of them. Okay.
Mostly vampires, but
Mostly vampires.
everything, everybody kind of type of
Okay.
person you can think of.
Good vampires, bad vampires,
Yep.
racist vampires, those exist.
I
really
think they're
bad- those are
beyond.
the
I
really
think.
bad ones.
I mean, I think they're beyond that primitive thinking. That's just my guess. But
Oh,
yeah,
so
if
just
they're- I mean,
snobs? They're just
if
snobs.
they're racist, I'll fucking behead them with my sword. Yeah, I don't like snobs either. Yeah, especially racist. But yeah. So you're gonna be staying in this cabin, right? And he points at the cabin right behind, right to the side.
You know it. I'll be
All right,
around.
cool.
Where are you
All right.
at?
I'll be around.
You should get some sleep, probably.
I don't need sleep. I'm not like you all the way. Remember? He looks at Aaron. I'm a Dampier. If he,
Okay.
Chaz likes the suspense. He likes to look at you and make you wonder.
I like having a life outside of work, Dante. It's just now you know a whole lot about me, Aaron.
You know me. I'm just cutting to the chase, man. Like Aaron, I'm a Dampier. I'm half vampire.
Oh, okay.
I still have my weaknesses, but the daylight doesn't affect me like it affects you. It does affect me, but not like you. Yeah. Which, by the way, sunrise is coming up pretty soon, so I suggest you go to bed.
They used to call them Beyblade.
Cut back to Marceline, Calista, and Daisy. All three of you, Beyblade. You all. That's right. You're right. That is good. I forgot about that. Actually, that is true in Bloodpool. So, Calista, Daisy, and Marceline, you hear. How many buses is it? So you hear 8 buses pull up. And these are like Greyhound buses, not like the party bus that you all have. 8 buses. You hear A-Lock talking like, welcome, that's a great story. You hear him like chattering, with people outside.
Marceline's peeking out one of the windows, like just.
Yeah.
You notice as they're unloading out the window is that some of them seem like, the people that you saw in the office from 2 of the buses. But then the other buses are people like, it seems to be like 2 groups of people. One of them, they're very dressed in like leather, black, mohawks, tattoos, piercings, very cool, very rad, very punk looking type of people. And there's another group of people that are coming out of the other buses that are seems like they're just like they just went to like a nightclub after the Oscars. They're like just very ritzy, upscale. Like there's men in suits, there's women in like very fancy dresses. They're all pouring out and going to various buildings, cabins. Seems that the more upscale cabins are the ones that the people with very rich clothing are going to. And the ones that are very average looking cabins are like the punker type people that are going to and filling in. And meanwhile, A-Lock is directing everybody. He looks a bit nervous. He looks a little worried. He's like kind of like directing everybody, mostly taking care of the people that you recognize from the office, like trying to get them near the cabins that are near you within the campgrounds. But also there are a couple, like there's 2 leaders. It seems like one's a very tall woman with buzz cut. She has light skin and she has fingerless gloves, leather jacket, tall Doc Marten boots, leather pants, studded belt. And she seems to be directing a lot of the punk type dressed people. And then there's a man in a tuxedo who looks to be like maybe 60 years old, but like very healthy, slick backed, wavy gray hair. And he looks to be in charge of all the upscale looking people. And they both look at A-Lock and they seem very stern with him. And he seems to be kind of nervously chatting with all of them. He can't really make out what he's saying exactly. But he kind of ends what he's saying with like going like this, like bowing a little bit with his hands together and kind of like giving a pat on the shoulders to both of them. The man in the tuxedo sort of brushes his shoulder off, and the lady with the buzz cut, very tall. She's about 6'2". Grabs onto his shoulder and his hand and gives him a nice firm handshake. And they both go to separate cabins. And Alok turns around and just looks like really nervous. And he's looking at the ground. And he's like, and he's shaking his hands, like breathing hard. Marceline, back to the cabin, inside the cabin. So Marceline, you saw all of this. Was anybody else looking through the windows?
I was definitely, yeah.
Okay, so Calista too, and Daisy.
We were all just kind of like.
So back
Serious.
to the camera's now on the three of you inside the cabin.
Do I recognize any of them?
You recognized some of the people that are dressed in very fancy clothing. Very rich clothing.
My people.
Yes.
Nothing seems right about this.
No, why weren't we able to go and meet everyone else? And I'm also really confused because I don't think those people work with us.
Wasn't this supposed to be like a fun party time?
Yeah, like he
This
rented
seems
out
very-
the whole camp.
This
Do you all
doesn't seem
wanna
like
go
fun
check-
party.
Do you guys
I
want to go get a
have my
closer look?
suspicions. Do I see the court of Chicago among those people?
You don't not see them. They all went to their cabins. It's a high possibility that they're there, but you cannot confirm it right now because they all went to their cabins pretty quickly.
Was the tuxedo man the Prince of Chicago?
No,
No. Okay. Do I know him?
not this guy. No.
Okay. So I kind of lean into like Marceline and I go like, I think it's a wise move for us to keep our distance for the time being.
I'm really confused.
I think I'm gonna look around. Do you all want to come?
There's 3 factions here. There's us from NightTrap, there's the Anarchs, and then there's the Camarilla.
Factions.
I'm kind of like whispering to Marceline, but it's not a super low whisper, so Daisy can still hear this. But I think it's clear that I'm addressing Marceline.
Like, Marceline kind of turns to her and goes, "You drank my juice box."
Hey. But I give her like a little wink.
And Daisy, you're seeing all this, and you're all still inside that big cabin.
And I kind of I give Marceline a little tap on the shoulder and I say, just keep our distance.
I don't know a lot about this stuff.
Sorry, do you guys want me to leave so that you can talk?
Daisy, sweetheart, no, of course you don't have to.
I just think they're like corporate people.
Oh.
Yeah, think of them as from like 2 other companies.
And we-
except the A company and the C company don't really like each other. And we're NightTrap. And we're kind of sandwiched in the middle. We're like a little layer of mayonnaise between 2 slices of bread. So it's a very stale sandwich.
We are grossly mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I totally connect.
Marceline, add a hunger die.
While this is happening, actually, because I don't think I've ever been this close to both Marceline and Daisy, I'm going to kind of casually check for signs of like calluses on the hand, or maybe just like scars and wounds, for like signs of gun usage or combat training.
Okay. What are you gonna use to check for that?
I was thinking wits and awareness.
Okay, cool. For our group in the audience, could you explain what that does?
So wits and awareness is basically kind of like a D&D perception check. So I'd like to, in this case, check to see if my coworkers are trained in terms of combat.
Right. Excellent. And remind me, does this require a check by chance for you?
No, it's just
Okay.
a perception
Automatic.
check.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh. That's a critical success, so 6 successes.
Yeah, they don't know shit about combat. Neither of them.
Like the
You know that deeply where it makes you a little nauseous.
The Calista.
Yeah, it's kind of
thought
like
of
I am like preparing to be like entering kind of like a John Wick like triple imposter. And
Yeah.
then I noticed that I'm like basically
Baby
living with two
smooth.
civilians.
Yeah.
You notice the calisters on like Marceline's hands for like computers.
Yeah,
Like,
Like
that's
too
it.
much PS5
Like,
usage.
Just
But like
that's
like computer usage, like she knows her way around like technology
yeah.
type of stuff. It's more
Oh,
so like
God.
she's the guy behind the camera than the like
The
the
girl
inner
in
ear.
the chair.
Yeah, basically. But she does know how to like throw a punch if she has
Yeah.
to.
so I will add something to that, Calista. So yes, they have 0 combat experience, but they have seen a lot of action movies,
Marceline may or may not have murdered someone before.
including the
Okay.
John Wick movies, Die Hard. On Christmas, Daisy has watched Die Hard last Christmas. Yeah, action movies are maybe something that you could pull from for them.
I
also
kind of
got
like
into
I'm feeling a little nauseous.
You feel that they need you. You feel that they need you, and that you could help bring out their potential, possibly.
Yeah,
if you
I'm
want
like
to do
I'm muttering under my breath. It's like, hey, look, you're an idiot. A hunter with no combat training? Are you fucking serious?
that. And you hear a knock on the door. It's like, hello, hi, it's Alok.
I open
Can
the
I
door,
come
but
in?
then
Girls only.
I open
Okay.
the door, I step out, but then I immediately close the door behind me.
Oh,
Okay,
And
goodbye.
I kind of like push
Calista,
Ayla
no,
to,
I'm not
like-
trying to flirt with you. Oh, Daisy, Marceline, I'm not trying. It's Calista making me out here alone with her.
I grab Ayla by the shoulder and I kind of
Ow.
like lead him around the corner of the
Ow!
cabin to where we're out of view. And I
Okay,
go-
okay. Ow, it hurts.
Are you trying to set up Elysium?
No, that was a great Matt Damon movie, though.
Why do we have people from both the Anarch and the Camarilla factions
okay.
here?
Okay, you saw that? Okay, all right. Come. We need to go far. Like, come by the lake with me, okay? I'll tell you about it, okay? What I know, anyway. So, do you follow him to the lake?
Oh, definitely.
Marceline's staring out the window and she's like, this looks like a very romantic walk.
So they're standing on like the deck, and then like the full moon is like it's like close to the horizon, so it's like there's nice glistening on the lake. So it's just
Yeah,
there's
it's like-
silhouettes.
Yeah, it's like, and the sparkling like of the water.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So he's like talking to her, and he's like, okay, look.
She turns to Daisy and goes, do you think they're gonna make out?
100%.
So Ayla goes, okay, look, Calista, I swear to Satan and whoever's listening, is that I honestly did not want the Camarilla and Anarchs to be here, okay? The word got out, so I opened up the invitation for like one of the weekends, and I actually arranged for one of the Kindred bands to play a show here tomorrow night here. There's actually a stage about half a mile to the north here in the campgrounds, so they're gonna play this really cool band. But anyway, so the word got out about that, and now they all like insinuated that they bring their groups here too to bond, and well, the heads of these factions like wanted there to be some sort of bonding exercises between the two, so that way
Yes,
there'd be less
Ayla. That's setting up
battles.
Elysium. Does the
Yeah,
prince know about this? You can't just do like
But
set up Elysium willy-nilly.
I didn't want to do it though, Calista. Like they like forced me into it. I did it. I really just wanted my company to bond and party and have a good time. That's all I wanted. Maybe Daisy to become a vampire too, a Kindred. But like that's it. I didn't want their souls to be. This seems like chaos. This seems like there's gonna be like all out war here on the campgrounds.
100% think he is lying through his teeth. Is it okay if I make an insight check?
Yes.
Cool.
3 successes for this one. for the difficulty.
Willpower is there to be burned.
Are you using anything else with this with your dice pool?
No, it's just wits and insight.
Oh,
so
okay, gotcha.
4 successes, but I burned another willpower.
Okay. Okay, marked. You could tell he's telling the truth.
I am honestly, like, Calista is honestly flabbergasted right now. She cannot believe that someone is this stupid and lived this long.
About this. He's telling the truth about this.
About this one particular thing.
But this thing, yes, that's what you can tell.
That he didn't mean to bring 3 factions.
No, he did not mean. Okay. He did not mean to have a full group of Anarchs and Camarilla here.
Because we do not have the manpower or the facilities or just the expertise to oversee this kind of operation.
Okay. Yes. Yes. That sucks. But I will say there's something good about it. Okay. There's something good. What if? It's like, what's that saying? Like, oh, what if you fall, but what if you fly? Like, like, what if everybody gets along and has a great time? That could happen.
I have not paid nearly enough.
Right? For this. Oh, by the way, you also notice there's like blood dripping down from his mouth, the corner of his mouth.
Wait, was that there when he greeted the van people, like the bus people, or
he was too far away to see that? But it also did just start to dribble, so there may or may not been that too while he was talking to the Anarchs and Camarilla heads. But now there was another dribble of blood on the corner of his mouth.
Does he have a little like handkerchief in his suit jacket?
Yeah, he has this little pocket square.
I pull out the pocket square. I was like, God damn it, clean up yourself.
Marceline, Daisy, you see this?
I think he's crying.
Do you think she turned him down?
Oh my God, I think you're totally right.
Should we just leave him?
Oh, sorry. It cuts back to Calista and Alon. It's like, oh, sorry. So they let me feed a little bit while I was over there talking to them.
Who did you feed on?
They just have like the severed arm for me to drink out of.
And you did that?
Yeah, it seemed pretty fresh. So I was really hungry, Calista, and I didn't want to bite Daisy. So I like Daisy.
This is how you get blood bonded.
Oh, well.
No more drinking out of people who has been missing an arm or out of other dubious body parts.
Oh, yes. I will not do that anymore, Calista. You're right. So I guess what I'm saying is like, what everybody becomes friends.
Like, she is honestly like flabbergasted. Like, she does not know how to respond to someone that stupid. Like, she's just like.
Cut back to Aaron and Chaz, who are now inside the bunks after they've already met Dante.
Okay, I'm so glad I found out I was not the only one.
And Aaron, you know now that Chaz used to be a hunter and a vampire too. Yeah. Now he's a vampire, but he used to be a hunter now.
Listen, I know you got a past, man, and I'm sure that's behind you as the past usually is. But like, do you have any blood I can have? Because I didn't bring any. I jam-packed my suitcase here with just computers because I was so nervous about not having an internet connection. And I think something's going on here. I wanted to like make sure I documented it, but I'm really scared. I'm really scared I'm gonna rip Daisy's head off or something.
Okay, let me check my bag. I'm gonna get over to my bag. I'm opening it. I pull out a shotgun, of course, unload. Shells.
I'm impressed you fit that in there.
Yeah, there's a knife with a silver blade, and I'm like, I'll show you that in a second.
So you hear footsteps on the roof as
fun.
Chaz is unloading.
What?
And then
Okay. Weird.
Okay, Dash. So what I'm gonna do is check to see if I did bring blood, because I originally thought I
no.
just brought
Okay,
weapons with me.
Cool.
So-
For this, I'm gonna ask you to. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like you always rely on Marceline.
yeah.
I drank out of Marceline's cup. earlier, so
Investigation and you're looking for blood, right?
Looking for blood. Yeah.
Investigation and awareness. Do that for your
Investigation.
dice
Okay,
pool.
so what dice exactly? Is it just?
Okay, so
16?
do you have any hunger points? Remind me.
I have 1 hunger dice. Yeah.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your. Okay, so look, I'm looking.
Well, the hunger
I'm
dice.
going to
would be
your
this.
sheet. What's your Sorry, I'm clicking to it right now. What's your dice pool? How many?
I got 1.
All together with.
The dice pool? Oh, sorry. It's
Yeah, so it's the points of your. So you're using awareness and you're using.
awareness, hunger, and investigation. So
Did I
that's
say?
3.
Yeah,
So,
awareness and investigation. So that's you're using those two.
Okay.
So that's gonna be wow. You got a really good investigation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then with your awareness 6. So you have a dice pool of 6. Sorry. Oh, you have 3.
At 8.
Jesus, you have a
So
9.
8.
You have a 9 dice pool.
Oh, yeah,
you have
with the
you have 9.
hunger, yeah.
Yeah, 9. So well, you're gonna replace.
The hunger replaces one of the
Yep.
like whatever total score is from awareness and investigation.
Definitely. So yeah, Chaz, what Calista said, you're gonna take one of those regular dice and you're gonna add your hunger dice to it. So if you have a different colored dice, that's gonna be your hunger die. Yeah. And then you're gonna roll the rest of your dice pool, which is a total of 9. So you're gonna have 9 d10s in your hand, and you're gonna replace one with a different color d10. That'll be your
I
hunger
have
die.
9 d10s in my hand. I actually have D&D Beyond right now.
Okay,
so
cool. Yeah, use digital dice.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
So 9. So just roll 8 regular ones, and then roll another one. That'll be your hunger die.
Okay.
And then let me know what you get.
Okay.
Whether you get successes or failures. Tell me what your regular dice are.
All
for
together,
your
that's
successes.
31.
Well, actually, so did you get between 6 and 9 for your regular dice?
I got 1 8.
Okay, how about the others?
Yeah, that was 2.
Are they 5 or below?
They're all there's 2, 3, 3, 1, and 1. So
Okay, so the failures. And
Yeah.
then you have 1 success. So you already failed, but go ahead and roll your hunger dice. Wanna see
why
if you got
not?
your-
You know, why not?
Yeah.
Let's just do this.
Jesus, such low rolls.
That was such a good dice pool.
That was a huge dice.
It's a massive dice pool. I just
Like 9
fucking
dice
blew
pools.
it.
That's
Chaz
why
just has a very
D&D Beyond.
disorganized,
Pre-D&D.
just a disorganized bag. Chaz can't
I blame
search through his
Wizards on the
bag.
Coast. for
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
Yeah.
OGL, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your hunger die.
It
Just
was
to
a-
see what you get.
It was a 4.
Okay, so that's
Oh, no.
that's a failure. So yeah, so you failed completely.
Sorry, I only brought
so-
weapons.
So Aaron just watches you. Yeah, Aaron just watches you ruffle through. You cannot. There could be still blood in there, but you cannot confirm because there's so much shit in your bag. It's just you cannot find it at all.
Like,
And meanwhile, you hear more footsteps above, and outside the window, you see Dante pull down like Spider-Man upside down through the window and opens up the window. And he goes, "Hey guys, I heard some weapon rattling. What's going on?"
yeah,
Yeah, well, Dante, we just heard someone on our roof. What are you doing?
Oh, that was me. And so he pulls himself and kind of flips in, and he has a backpack on now, and he pulls it off. He's like, "Chaz, we going over weaponry?"
Yeah, it was, yeah. So I've got
Alright,
some short range stuff and some long range stuff, but
Cool.
it's some
Well,
close
here.
combat. I have a silver thing just in case because I heard some howling earlier, so
A silver thing. Okay.
a silver blade. So if you have
Okay.
any,
Nice.
Mhm.
Well, Dante pulls out 10 handguns, 10 Beretta handguns.
Goddamn.
He also pulls out how many do you have? 4 combat knives, and excuse me. And he also has a sawed-off shotgun. So it's a shotgun with the butt of it sawed off.
Yeah. I only have
and
the
then
regular kind. Yeah.
And then he also has 2 size, like Raphael,
Raph,
Ninja
I know,
Turtle, yeah, size. And then he also has he looks at you and he goes, okay, so this last pocket, I'm not gonna pull it out. There's several faith symbols, but I don't want it to upset anybody, so I'm gonna keep them hidden. So I don't want anybody to get upset. And yeah, and the rest of them is just ammunition in his bag, and his Fajal Raven backpack.
Yeah.
You're making me feel awkward that I didn't bring a handgun.
Here's one. And he has it, Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
You know how to use that, right?
Oh yeah. I've seen a YouTube video.
They're hollow tips, so they'll stop on contact if you hit anything.
Yeah, and don't
So
point
it
it at anyone unless you're meaning to shoot them.
Right.
Like that.
Nope, not like not like that.
it's
Yeah,
just
not
like
I was
that.
just showing what not to do.
Okay.
I totally understand. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I twirl it.
it's not lowered, is it?
So cut back to Calista and Alok. He's like, okay, so like, I just want to say one thing is that I think we should keep talking, okay, Calista? But like, you know, sunrise is going to be coming here pretty soon, and I think we should just get some rest and then like, you know, go to the recreation center tomorrow morning and just like talk about our plan, you know? And like try to make the best things. We're here to have fun too, right? But also like try to make sure that there's not like an all-out vampire war here.
I heavily suspect that Sanderson is not what he seems. And that he's neither Camarilla nor Anarch. He can only be Inquisition.
Oh, fuck.
Just watch out for Joey.
Oh, shit! That means there might be another threat to us.
Yes, and I was going to ask you, why on God's green earth did you choose a site under Sanderson's name?
I don't know. He seemed like a big fool of a dick that I could get a good deal out of.
Alok,
Yeah?
I'd like you to consult me on these matters from this point forth.
I promise.
Do not get us killed.
I'm a slave for you, like that Britney Spears song that we listened to on the way up here.
Pain.
That may
So
sound
much
weird, but I
pain.
mean, I'll just like obey you, even though I'm technically your boss. But you know, I'll do what you say.
Thank you, Alok.
Okay, could we go tell Marceline and Daisy because they're like staring at us through the window? I see them.
We just duck.
Get down.
They're ducking now, but they were watching us the whole time.
Oh.
I'm
And I
sorry.
could, like, Alok, one final clap on the shoulder is just like, behave, okay?
I will. I promise. I promise. So let's go tell our friends. Let's go tell Marceline and Daisy. And I think Aaron and Chaz, I think might have somebody in there with them. What's up?
Oh. And I look back to the cabins.
Where do you want to go? Because I need to go to bed soon. But should we talk to Marceline and Daisy, or should we talk to Aaron and Chaz and whoever their guest is?
Well, I haven't seen Aaron and Chaz in a while. Let's go over there. And I kind of just walk off.
Okay, I'm coming too. I'm coming. So he rushes to catch up with Calista, and you arrive at their door. And Alok knocks, like, knock, knock. Who's in there?
Fuck.
Hello. And inside, Dante, Aaron, and Chaz are all other guns out. Like,
my shotgun in my hand.
Shit.
Going.
Fuck. Put it away, Chaz. Put it in our backpack.
Put it in the back.
Put it back. Aaron, give me your gun. Aaron, give me your gun.
I take the gun. I put it in my pants.
Okay, just put it in the back of your pants. Cover your shirt. Like, shove them on. Put it underneath the bed. Put it underneath the bed. Shut. Hold on. Put it
It's
what's going on in there? Hello.
Duffel
Let's take
bag.
us.
I'm
Are
trying
you?
to like zip it.
Do
And
you two have your pants down? Who's your guest, huh?
the butt of the shotgun is like maybe poking out just a little bit, and I just like push it to the wall, and just stand like this.
I jump in bed and pretend I'm sleeping.
It's like Dante's like, so you want me to open the door? I'm not.
No,
You open the door, Dante.
Get out of
Open
bed.
the door.
What? I'm not the one standing.
Yeah.
Fuck,
How do I
Chaz.
explain you a computer?
Yeah, do a
It'd be
flip back
less
out the
weird if
window.
one of you. Okay, I'm just gonna. No, they're gonna see me come. It's a small cabin. They're gonna see me come out the window. And Aelok looks at Calista. I don't know what's gonna take. Do you think they're like? Doing stuff?
I was like, whoa. I mean,
that's
I'm
cool,
not
that's
one
cool.
to kink shame.
No, I'm
And
not
I kind of-
shaming them.
I kind of like step away a little bit.
I just don't want to interrupt if they're doing stuff. That's all.
I open the
don't
door.
Oh, hey. Oh, hi, Aaron. Hi, buddy.
Hello.
How's it going? Hey, buddy.
Sorry, we were just discussing
that took a long time.
politics. Yeah.
It was a great debate.
Yeah, it was great.
Wow. Who's your friend, by the way? Who's in there? Who's with you? I see Chaz is in
Oh. Yeah. This is our friend. We met from the forest.
Yeah.
So,
Our bound friend from the forest.
bed. So Dante comes out and he looks at Aelok, and they look a lot alike. By the way, one of them just has longer hair and less
Dante and
leather.
Aelok.
Dante and Aelok both look a lot alike, and Dante looks at Aelok, and he looks at me. He's like, "Hey, Alex, I know you didn't invite me, but I figure I should probably be here." And Aelok goes, "Oh, you." Oh, I thought it was somebody that was a bad. Everybody, this is my cousin Dante. Dante.
Cousin.
This is my cousin Dante. Yes, we're both from Ohio, and you see, we have the same accent. And Dante goes, "Yeah, same accent."
Dayton.
Yeah,
Obvious
Dayton. Yep. Dante from Dayton. That's we're both from Dayton. You got it, Chaz. So Dante, this is Calista, my
Yeah, what is she?
girl.
Do?
And Dante goes, "Hi, I'm Dante. Nice to meet you."
I was like, pleasure meeting your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you.
Cousin of
Yeah,
Alexander Locke.
Yeah, I'm cousins with him. So I don't know if you notice the resemblance, but and they do actually look a lot alike. It's just that Aelok has shoulder length hair, and he's not dressed in leather, and Dante is, and he has shorter hair.
Is he still carrying that massive sword?
Yes, the sword is still on his back.
I see you've had some martial training.
Oh, you're talking about this? My sword?
Yeah.
I like to cosplay. I like Dragon Ball Z, the character Trunks. He always has a sword with him. It's kind of like that,
aesthetic,
Yeah, Chaz has got it. It's my aesthetic,
It's like the coat and the pants don't really go without the sword.
You're saying that in bed?
Yeah, you're in bed, Chaz, dude. You're saying all this, but you're like in your bunk peeking up and saying it through the open door.
It's part of his aesthetic.
You're tucked in already.
And I kind of
he's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to make an insight check. I
Please.
did not believe him.
This
He's
would
lying
be-
through his teeth.
This would be 3 successes needed.
No, already. Oh, 3 exact.
You could tell he's killed several people with that sword, and he knows how to use it.
Yeah.
It's not just you can tell that part of the cosplay was some truth, but it's definitely not all the truth, and he's used it as a real weapon. Yeah.
Well, Dante, I look forward
Vampire and human blood on it. You notice.
Well, Dante, I look forward to seeing you around in our merry little campsite.
Yeah, and so are you and Aelok, my cousin, like
Co-workers? Yes.
Oh, coworkers. Okay. And Neil goes, yes,
Why? What's wrong?
coworkers. Yes, we're just coworkers, Dante. What are you talking about? We're just coworkers. And Dante is, oh, yeah, okay, sorry. I didn't. Forget I asked. I apologize. Alex, do you mind if I stay with you all during? And Aelot goes, oh yes, please stay with us. Stay near us, please. I don't care where you stay. Just like stay. Do you want to stay with Aaron and Chaz? There's other 2 bunk beds. Aaron and Chaz, you wouldn't mind that, would you?
No.
2 other bunk beds.
Yeah, there's 2 other bunk beds. There's 2 others.
Look at there. There's 2 other bunk beds. Wow.
And Dante goes, okay, yeah, thanks. I'll stay here. I'll talk to you in the morning. I'll meet you at the rec center, right, Alex? He goes, yes, Dante, yes. And he gives him a big hug, and he goes, stop asking about me and Calista, please. Stop, just don't. It's like, I was just trying to figure out. It's like, just zip it. Dante goes, okay, that's weird. Okay, night, pal. Have a good night. See you later. Nice to meet you, Calista. And he goes back in and closes the door. And
I guess
Calista...
at this point, Calista's just standing outside the male dorm and is like, okay, that was weird. And she kind of she heads back to the female dorm.
Okay, Calista, do you want me to walk you back before I go back to my my cabin?
Oh wait, I thought you were staying with the boys.
Oh.
A little
Well, I guess I could. There's
exercise?
like one more. Yeah, there is one more bunk.
Didn't
okay,
you say
yeah,
you were
probably...
staying?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll go. Yeah. I'll invite myself in. I'm their boss anyway, right? I can like sleep where I want. So okay. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound like a dick. I'm sorry. Yes, I will go into the boys' bunk, and I will see you tomorrow. Yes. At the rec center, and we'll talk about the situation. But also there's that show tomorrow too. We got a punk band that's gonna be playing. Yeah, it's they will be playing at midnight tomorrow. It's gonna be a rager. There's gonna be glow sticks too, so it's gonna be pretty cool.
Glow sticks.
Mm-hmm. And I heard they're gonna spray blood on everybody and wear like spiky armor. It's gonna be pretty rad.
And you just see Calista just like, that is just going to be a PR disaster.
We don't have, nobody's going to be taking pictures of their phones and no HR department. So anyway, good night, Calista. See you in the morning. Well, actually, for us, it's like the evening once the sun sets. But, anyway.
Okay, 1800, rec room. Bye.
Bye. So we're going to follow Calista back into the girls' room. This will be the final scene. And Calista is now in Marceline, Daisy, the cabin together.
And she just says, like, we are so fucked.
And that's where we'll end the session for today. All right, at 3:01. That's great. Excellent. That was fun, and I'm excited to see where this goes. Great. Everybody's there to party and possibly cause chaos.
Honestly, like, I just cannot believe Alok is like, I keep expecting him to reveal himself to be like this mastermind, like such a clever person. But like every single time it's just like, apparently he really is that stupid. Like, how did you manage to live this long in the Camarilla with a brain like that? Like how?
He had a lot of help. He's a sub, and he attached himself to some much smarter people. as if you not already could tell, he's a sub.
Oh God.
Yeah, and there's a lot more devious people around. I'll just give you that hint. There's a lot more capable devious people that are now on campgrounds with you all. So with that said, let's go ahead and close out this episode. So thanks everybody for listening, whether you're listening to us on the podcast or watching us on YouTube. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Stay with us for the next episode on episode 3. My name is Gierhart. You can follow me at Gierhart on Twitter and Instagram. That's DASHGIERHART. Pronounce he, him. And I do other game stuff besides Vampire the Masquerade, including D&D, and soon will be Cyberpunk Red. Watch out for that. And let's go ahead and do our closing outros and plugs. Kuhnoodle, let's start with you.
You can find me on Kuhnoodle Art for Instagram, or just Kuhnoodle on Twitch or Twitter. I do art.
Yeah, and it's really good too. If you go to the Journey Punk's Instagram page, you could definitely see a lot of her artwork, a lot of character work, and it's awesome. Commission her. She does great stuff. Excellent. And Evie.
Yeah, I'm Evie. I'm playing Calista Bio, and you can find me on at Woodland Evie on basically Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Yeah. Follow Evie. She's great. Hell yeah. And Clark.
Hey, I'm Clark. You can follow me. I basically just have Instagram. So Clark_bar_.
Yeah. And Clark makes a lot of awesome videos and films and does a lot of comedy. He's very humble. So go check out Clark's stuff online and in person in LA. And connected to all those awesome endeavors is Lizzy Rady.
Yeah, I'm Lizzy. I also basically just have an Instagram, Radiator Burn, but I also do comedy and film stuff.
Yeah. Again, humble. These two make a lot of really great stuff together. So check their stuff out online. What's is it? Waiting Room Magazine, right? I'm plugging for you. I want people to follow your stuff.
Yeah. You can follow our account at Waiting Room Mags, MAGZ. And we put some sketch comedy stuff on Instagram there and YouTube.
Hell yeah. Yeah, follow their stuff. It's awesome. Very funny. And last but not least, Jay.
Hey, I'm Jay. Kistler J at Twitter. Or at... Yeah, you got it. And then Jay with 9 A's. Spell that out. On Instagram. I post... The last thing I posted was me getting drive-through. So I don't know if that's your thing.
Followed.
Subscribed.
Post a lot of memes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have a play coming up in May. I did a film for Z-Fest here, and I did a student film. I don't know if that'll ever see the light of day. I hope it does. It was a fun weekend. The guy just like emailed me, "Hey Jay, you want to do this?" I'm like, "Who are you?"
It was Dante. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've done a couple things. And I'm gonna film something else in August. So like I've got some things coming up. It's just
nice.
Yeah.
And can we reveal where you reside so people can check out your stuff in person if they're nearby?
You mean the play?
Well, just like where you're located in the United States.
I'm in Minneapolis.
Yeah, Minneapolis. Check out if you're in the Twin Cities. Check out Jay's stuff. Please do. Hell yeah. Cool. All right, and please, if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or otherwise, please leave a nice review. Like us there, follow us there. Also, you can follow Journey Punks on Instagram and Twitter at Journey Punks. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. But yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and go to the ending screen. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. And we'll see you for the next episode. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.